Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Abroad, and thank you so much once again for joining this wonderful live session. And today, yet again, we are going to be discussing a very crucial topic, a topic that is going to benefit everyone. Is going to benefit both I talking, the host, and you that are also listening to me on this live session today is going to benefit both of us. And why is that? The very essence of our own organization, we are going to be talking about it today. The very essence of why I literally went to school, got my experience from school, and how we have been making good use of what we learned in school to benefit other people. And that is basically how you as well can get the potential to move to Canada easily by virtue of this skill. Is very important. This skill we are going to talk about today is very important. Some of you may not really understand the importance until you have a DNA for, you understand, relocating to Canada. So we are going to be talking about this skill. How can you acquire this skill that we are mentioning today? And what do you stand to gain? What do you stand to benefit by this particular skill? So, okay, I see Rand Stitches saying good evening, sir. Yes, Rand Stitches, good evening. How are you? Okay, I see Maisie also saying Maisie K. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? How are you doing? How's everything? Okay, enjoy yourself. How's the weekends going? Hope you are very much okay. Do you understand? Very much rejuvenated. You have rested well for the week ahead. Have you rested well for the week ahead? All right. Okay, I see some people liking. Thank you, Funky for Christ. Thank you so much. We also see Run Stitches, fine, sir. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much. So today we're going to be talking about another article that was released today, and this article was centered or is centered on how to acquire a basic skill. This skill is a skill that many of us, whether we like it or not, we were, you understand, introduced to in our cradle. We were introduced to basically when we were growing up. Do you understand? You may now at the end of the day now realize that okay, yes, you have gotten one particular skill, you have gotten one particular knowledge, but you may not think so much of it. And that is why today I want to kind of pull your mind back and introduce you back to how you actually gathered the skill that you got. So who may be wondering, what am I saying? And how does it relate to Canada immigration? Just don't worry. Calm down. Do you understand? Calm down for me. Do you understand? Calm down and let's learn together basically. So as I said, today I want to discuss the strategies you need to learn, the strategies you need to adopt, the strategies you need to learn a particular language is very important. You know, some of you, I see some people saying, oh, I'm 40 years of age, I'm 50 plus of years of age, can I move to Canada? Some people say, I don't have masters, it's only NC I have, can I move to Canada? Some people say, no, I only have OND, I've not got to do my HND, can I still move to Canada? Or some people will reach out, they say, no, me, I'm looking for scholarship, please, can you help me get someone that is looking for scholarship and he has C parallel or he has D and he, or he say no, I don't have E, but I have D, I have C in my results, and you now want to go for healthcare again. Double wahala. Double wahala. It's not bad course you want to go and study, real course that is very competitive, and you don't have haze. Even some of the haze that you even get from Africa sef, Canada will look at it twice before they even believe it. Talk less of you not even say you no even have that haze. You understand? And you are pursuing the same scholarship that Canadians are pursuing, the same scholarship that people from Asia are pursuing, and you're getting C, you're getting D. There's nothing bad getting C. Don't misunderstand me. But what I'm trying to say is if you have done your work, you don't have very good results. Sometimes if you are pursuing scholarship with not very good results, it's as if you are pursuing shadows. It's not that some people don't get scholarships, so don't mistake me. Yes, some people can get scholarships, but most times it's not even going to be very easy, or it's going to be very fast for you to get, even with your credentials, even with your documentations and things like that. So sometimes it may benefit you to focus on something else It may benefit you to focus on something that you can control, something that you know that you have the power, you have the, you understand, control over. For someone to be looking for scholarships, you may not have the control over the company or the organization that will give you scholarship. You may not be the only one that they will give scholarship, or you may not be the only one that is vying for that particular scholarship. So people are looking for job sponsorship. I just watched the one video literally when someone was going from one country to another, from Ghana precisely, was going from Ghana and they wanted to land in Canada through illegal route. Understand? Some of them, like what he said, some of them they were looking for job sponsorship. But when they did not see the job sponsorship, nobody was willing to employ them in Canada. Then I say, okay, let them go through the illegal route. Some people don't know that there's illegal routes to Canada. Yeah, so there's illegal route to Canada. So let me even give you a back story to that. Okay, before then, let me respond to this. Someone said, please, sir, how can you help me to come over there? I'm in Libya. Oh, okay, congratulations. It's good. You are somewhere at least. How we can help you is for you to help yourself. As they say, heaven help those who help themselves. So if you want us to help you, help yourself by clicking on that link, apply at aosglobal.org. Once you click on that link, you get access to our Black Friday deal and the Travel Small Small to Canada package. Once you click on that link, you'll see the Travel Small Small to Canada package. Fill the form on that package. Once you fill the form on that package, we are going to be able to look into your application and see if you qualify for anything that we understand we have in stock for you. So thank you very much. I see Funky for Christ. I see a lot of roses. So much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for sharing some of the roses. Okay, so people are telling me telling you that you should be giving me some gift too. Okay. I see my gifters. I know my gifters. These are my gifters. Funky for Christ is one of my gifters on TikTok. So what am I saying in essence? I'm talking about um okay, see someone that said is in Libya now, right? There are illegal routes to Canada to we see some people. Like as I said, I was literally listening to one new YouTube channel when someone was talking about how he went to Brazil. You understand? From Brazil, he went to Colombia. From Colombia, he entered Panama. You understand? From Panama, it was dodging snakes, snakes in all the boats that they were entering in order to pass illegally from one country to another. And at the end of the day, the guy had to lose his finger though. But what am I trying to say is that there are illegal routes for people that want to come to Canada. If you don't know, there are illegal routes to Canada that you will not say, okay, once you now come in, you will not seek asylum. But the truth about it is, thousands of people are going through that exact route. You understand? Thousands of people are doing those things. But at the end of the day, many people will not benefit from it because what? Because why? Because sometimes you may even lose your life. You understand? Along the way that you are coming to Canada. Some people, like the guy was saying, some of them they lost their lives. You understand? It's a miracle that he himself is even alive, even though he doesn't have his fingers again. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes people look for illegal routes or free things, and at the end of the day, they risk their lives for things that you could have stayed at home at the comfort of your home, applied for a visa. Even if you did not get it the first time, you may get it rejected the first time, but subsequently you may be approved. Do you understand? Subsequently, it may work for you. You know, sometimes I do always talk about my story when I said I started my immigration since 2018. I didn't later move till 2023. But people don't understand. Me self, that time I was so down. I was, a lot of things happened, a lot of issues transpired. But when I came into the country and I saw how my own brothers and sisters, my own African brothers and sisters are suffering in the same country where we are thriving, where we are succeeding, you will tend to think that why is it that we Africans, it's not even only Africans to US or to people in the Western countries, or even people that are, we have heard stories of people going through the illegal routes, passing through Niger Republic, passing through, you understand, Morocco, Algeria, and even Africans, white Africans, out there, you understand, enslaving our own brothers and sisters. Someone asked me, "Wait, is this sponsorship? I do not have money. I do not know. Is this sponsor?" I said, "Yes. If you want sponsorship, so far you are willing to be exploited, you are willing to be enslaved, you are willing to be, You understand? Trafficked. Because many times, some of the stories we see online of, it's not that you can, some people say they want to work, I say fine. If you really want to work, there are some things you can do back home. Do you understand? And use it to make legit money, and now use that legit money to move abroad in a very proper way, in a legal way, in a way that when you come, they will not just look at you as another immigrant. They will respect you that this is a, a legal resident of the country. This is someone that did everything that they have to do, came in the right way, and you will enjoy. There was one person that was talking to me, and she was complaining about her family. You understand? She was talking about her children. You understand? One is in the university, one is this and that and everything. And I said, do you know that, let's say your children are in Canada, you will benefit from some government aid, from government support that will help you basically take care of your children. You understand? And it's never too late. Whether you gave birth already in Nigeria, you still want to come to Canada, is very much possible. It's never too late to say, okay, I've given birth to them in Nigeria, then that is all. No, they can still come back to Nigeria. They can still come to Canada and benefit from you understand, government support that is here, benefit from, sometimes you may not even get full government support. The fact that you are in a system that works, the fact that you are in a system that values the lives and properties of people, that enough is enough. That enough. Sometimes when I talk about 24 hours light, there was one story I once shared on this live when I said, when I first came in 2023, for like a month or so, I was still using power bank. Can't kill. But when someone was not telling me, "Wait, guy, you see, once you have left Africa, make sure that Africa also leaves you. Like, don't don't be doing like an African when you're in a Western country. What do you need power bank for? Do you see anybody with a power bank?" I was like, I said, it's true. Because I'm a business person and because I do business online, I always like to have my phone on. You understand? I have my laptop on. But I got to realize that, guy, it's true. You don't need power for you to even bring power back from Nigeria to Canada. It shows that you see that mentality of Nigeria that was in my head. You understand? Only power bank for the first few weeks that I was in Canada, because I was looking at, they can off the light anyhow. But till then, from then till now, they have no off light. You understand? They have no, sometimes there are some basic necessities of life that we always think it is good, it is luxury, where is Oyinbo or maybe it is a celebrity that can be having 24 hours light. No, Mekunu, yeah, they're having 24 hours light. You understand? Mekunu, they're having 24 hours light. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so last teacher is saying, but sir, I have clicked on the page since today now, and I have filled the form, but I did not get any response. If you fill the form and you go to the last stage that it asks for your name, your email, and your phone number, then you are meant to receive an email message from us. In the email message, you would see that yes, you have successfully applied, you have successfully filled the form. But again, you are going to get a response to us, but it will take some time. You have to calm down. We're in the weekends, for instance. Many of our team members are not working today. So you can get response within the week. You understand? Basically, what we say is within the week, you will get response. So it will not be immediate. You will get an email if you, of course, filled out the form completely. But just relax, and if you are qualified, it's not even everybody that will get to be responded to. If you qualify based on the form that you filled, they are going to reach out to you. So I hope that answers it. All right. So let's move on. It says, sir, you did not respond to my message. Okay, I think I've responded to it right now. Let's move on. So today in this live session, we wanted to discuss one of the skill that when you were in cradle, when you were young, you had this skill. In fact, for some of you, you still have this skill. You can still nurture this skill. This is a skill that will literally help you to migrate abroad, especially to countries like Canada. If you want to come to Canada, you want to go to France, this is a skill that, let me tell you, let me give you one expo. Let me give you an expo. And this expo is very important for people that are actively searching for ways out to easily, one, cheaply, two, and quickly, three, move to Canada. I'm giving you for free now. You understand? There's some people that will pay me consultation fee to hear me talk, and at the end of the day, it's still the same thing I will tell them. So we are giving you free now. One of the ways right now for you to move to Canada easily, number one, cheaply, number two, quickly, number three, and you can move into Canada and become a permanent resident. Now, see, some people don't know what the difference between permanent residency is and temporary residency. If you are coming into Canada as a student, as an international student, through study permit, you're a temporary resident. Oh. Because a temporary resident is someone that will come to Canada, you travel to Canada for a specific purpose. And normally, once that purpose has been achieved, you are meant to leave the country. You understand? So if you come as a student, you have told the government that yes, you want to come and study for 1 year. Some people want to study for 2 years, some people want to study for 3 years. After you have studied, naturally, you are meant to leave the country. Those are the people we call temporary residents. Number two, people that are coming into Canada as a visitor. As a visitor, you are meant to come visit the country. Just like for example, the World Cup 2026 that is coming up next year. I've been talking about this very well. The World Cup 2026, the football World Cup coming up 2026 is coming up. Like basically, Canada is hosting it along with the U.S. and Mexico. So those countries are going to see people flock in like anyhow. People are going to come in. But the truth about it is not everybody that will have the opportunity to come in by virtue of that World Cup. And that is why we are telling our African brothers and sisters and even Asians right now to work on their immigration now before that time comes. Because more of the people that will be given visas, which it has always been happening before, our consultant has always said it, people that they will not really have so much problems coming into the country will be Europeans, will be Americans, people that you understand, like they just need ETAs, electronic travel authorization to come in. They don't need visa. You understand? But you that you need visa is you that they will be looking at your application, scrutinizing it, ensuring that this one is not that the person wants to Japan and leave. This person wants to really come and watch the ball, and after watching the ball, go back to their mommy house or their daddy house. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, Rance teaches is saying, but sir, the one I feel did not ask for the number and email, but I want to repeat. See, you have to be very careful. You have to be patient with filling the form, because we have heard a lot of people who say the thing just pop out. It pop out, but you did not wait for the information. You didn't answer the correct. What is your inbox self? You didn't fill it correctly, you didn't fill it completely. Fill the form that pop out. It will at the end of the day take you to the checkout page. You have to check out. You have to click checkout. Once you click checkout, that is when it is now going to ask you for your name, email, and phone number. If you have not done that, you have not yet submitted. If you have not done that, there is no how we are going to reach out to you. If you have not done that, that is the last thing you will do. After you have filled all the questions, the last thing is to go to the checkout. You click on the checkout. Once you click on the checkout, you see the way they will ask you your name, email, and phone number. If you have not done that, there's no way we can reach out to you. There's no way. So go do that. Relax, check the form very well. Fill it correctly and completely. Once you fill it correctly and complete, some people say it was popping out something that I say I should buy. If you don't want to buy, click on the what? Click on the checkout. Thank you. All right. Let's move on. I was talking about immigration to Canada. For those who are wondering, what are we clicking? What are we filling? Click if you want to learn more about the Travel Sponsor to Canada package, which is our Black Friday deal. This Black Friday deal is currently available. Slots are available. Our consultant is saying people are applying. They still have room to accept people for this month. After this offer ends, after this slot ends, people now have opportunity again through the discounted price, because the Black Friday deal has the discounted price where you pay lesser than how much you could have paid. Let's say there was no Black Friday. Do you understand? So do the needful now. Thank you, Wura. I see your likes. Thank you, Funky for Christ. I see your likes. Do the needful now by going on that website, clicking on the website, and you understand, applying. Right? Now let's move on. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ron Stitches. Now I was talking about a skill that can help you move to Canada. A skill that can basically transform your desire or your wish. You know, some people will be wishing, I want to come to Canada, I want to come to Canada. But sometimes your wish will stay a wish if you are not proactive and take action. If you want to be proactive and take action so that your wish doesn't stay as a wish, but it becomes a strong desire that propels you to do what you are meant to do, then listen to me. Let me tell you, you know, me that I'm even talking here, I was a failure in immigration. Let me put it that way. I failed in immigration until I passed. You understand? I was so you saying, okay, I've applied one time before, I've done two times before. Will this thing work? You are already giving yourself that limiting belief. You're already doubting yourself. You are already, and I'm not trying to be motivational, Kenny, but this is something that is happening to everybody every time. You understand? In fact, I mean, see, you cannot enjoy Canada. You cannot have a story to tell if everything is just going smoothly. Sometimes you don't understand. You can't have a story to tell that will be worth listening to. If you don't, sometimes things will not be smooth. Not because God hates you, not because did not destine you to actually move to Canada. It is just that you have to follow the process. It is just that you have to do what is required. You have to ensure that some of the things that are needed for you to move to Canada, you do it and you don't complain. That's just it. Sometimes even money, there's a limit to which money can do. But when you learn a skill, that skill that you learn can basically be something that will differentiate you with other people that are still wishing and you that you are moving to Canada. Do you understand? Okay, I see a question. Okay, for Christ is saying, is data analysis a skill? Absolutely. Data and skills. Skills now are taking people to where certificates cannot take them. Your degree, your diploma, your certificate, NC, OND, HND, MSc, BSc, PhD, WWD, DDD, PGD, everything D. All those certificates that some people are piling, some of them will still not come to Canada. I have some of my friends that have masters. I have some of my friends PhD, they're already pursuing it, but they are still in Nigeria. Some of them chose to be in Nigeria, of course, but there are some people that did not choose it. That they were saying, they want to travel too. I remember some of my friends, very young people. Some of them are not even yet up to 30 years of age. You understand? But the time that you are meant to be pursuing something, a skill that will help you to move to Canada. Some people are pursuing skill that will just waste their time. Do you understand? Some people are pursuing skill that will waste their time. And yeah, we are all about telling you a skill, telling you the ideas, what you have to do that will help you, that will kind of guarantee. Some people are looking for guarantee, they're looking for 100%. But I always tell them, this is the kind of thing that you're meant to be focused on that will give you 100%. Okay, Rance teaches is saying, I think be a fashion designer is good to go. Well, it depends on what you want to do in Canada. What I'm saying is those that want to immigrate to Canada, because immigration, some people think everybody that comes to Canada are actually immigrants. No, it's not everybody in Canada that are immigrants. So I did not understand that until I came to Canada. See, I did not understand that it's not everybody that are immigrants in Canada until I came to Canada. Let me give you a story. Me that I just came to Canada that year 2023, I just came to Canada afresh. In fact, I had not used like 6 months. I was just fresh, and I saw someone in Canada that has been in Canada for 4 years, 4 years, four, and she was working because everybody, when they are talking about immigration, is work, 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 work. People are thinking of work, work, work. I saw someone in one of the shops, one of the malls. I think it was Shoppers Drug Mart. She has been in Canada for 4 years, 4 years, four. But she has been working for one company. Do you understand? And that one company is a sales job. They have been giving her targets. We meet this target, meet this target. But she cannot stop working for that one company, even though she was complaining about not earning as much as how much she's meant to be earning. But of course, because people are looking for job sponsorship, looking for a The fact she got that time. Like I say, I don't know, they did not tell me, oh, agent did not tell me, oh, is this one that they say is available? Okay, no problem. At the end of the day, the job that she has been doing for 4 years, she has not yet become a resident. She's still a temporary traveler. Let me just put it that way. She's not a permanent resident. She's still a temporary traveler. In the eyes of immigration, if that employer say, okay, okay, after these 4 years, it have do the work you have do here to have it have time. We don't want you again. And of course, there is not see, you cannot work in an organization and at the end of the day be the owner of that organization. You can, because even the owner self, them too, that business that they have is like their retirement plan. You understand? So they cannot like you that you are working there for so long and not give you the business. They can't like you so much. So now she was telling me, we that just landed in Canada, it was PR you came with, you are a permanent resident. I say you just came to Canada. How do you do it? I said, I said, but you have been in Canada for 4 years now. So you are meant to have even go past us. She said, no. Wait, even she's still a temporary foreign worker with her employer. She can't, you understand? She can't get permanent resident. She doesn't even, it's not that she can't. She said she doesn't even know how to go about it. It's not that she can't. She doesn't even know how to become a permanent resident. So I was not saying, so you have been working, and have you been receiving things from the government? She said, government, go. She doesn't know anything. I said, okay. Have you been able to bring your family in from Nigeria? I said, I don't know how to do it now. They did not get job now. They did not. I said, it's the only job they are using to come to Canada. He said, you did not know. They did not tell her. It's their agents that is doing it for Lakotonsha. She has been in Canada for 4 years. She has not become a permanent resident, talkless of even becoming a citizen. But we that came into Canada are fresh, 2023. If we stay in Canada for 3 years, which of course we have been staying in Canada now, by next year now, we'll qualify to become citizens. You understand? And even before the citizens, the government of the country, you understand, they recognize us more than temporary foreign workers. They give us more benefits. Some of the things that she's going to go and work for every week, you understand, every day, going to go and stress herself for doing baking, the government will happily give us access to free healthcare. Do you understand? Which she may not have access to. Access to even dental care self. Dental care for some people is free, 100%. Some people 50%, some people 75%, some people 25%. You understand? They give us free. Do you understand? Iron Worker 721. They say, when are you going back? Going back where? God forbid. I'm not going back anywhere. We die here anyway. Going back, well, we can go for vacations if you are talking about that. We can go for vacations in Nigeria. You understand? I remember last year when we went for vacation in the Middle East. You know, see, let me tell you something. You can't really understand. That woman I was talking about now, she has not even traveled out of Canada since she has been here for 4 years. Us, we just got to Canada for like a year or two, and we had traveled out. We had gone to Middle East, and we came back. There are some people that we have heard some horror stories that they were students, international students. There's one story of one particular student that I heard that while session was going on, she traveled out of Canada. I think maybe for an emergency or for something. She went. You understand? And as she went, when she was not coming back, yes, she got the visa, she got the travel ticket and everything. She came, but at the port of entry, they were not asking her that. What's your status in Canada? I say student. Okay. Are you just starting your program? You say no. She has started before. Okay. Now that you have started before, what now happened? Why did you say she went? She had something in Canada. She had something outside Canada. She went to do it and everything. You say okay. So were you working when you were studying? She say yes. That was where she used Ankuba herself. You understand? Because there are some programs that will not allow you to work legally. You can't work legally for some programs that you study in Canada. That's where she cover herself. Do you understand? That's where she cover herself. And from that airport, it seems they said, okay, they allowed her to enter small or something. But I think they said from that airport, they were already processing her deportation. They were processing her deportation. At the end of the day, she was deported and she has been saying for like 5-7 years and she's trying to enter Canada again. She's not able to enter Canada because she's a temporary resident. If you're an international student in Canada, you are a temporary resident. Okay, Lance Teaches is saying, sir, my battery is low. I have to leave. Good night, sir. Okay, good night, no problem. And that's why for those that don't have access to this live session again, you can always watch it on our YouTube channel or on our LinkedIn. We come on live, you understand, and we record. We have data, we have backup for it. So if you can't see it again on TikTok, you can always go on YouTube, A.O.S Abroad on YouTube, or on LinkedIn, A.O.S Abroad, and you'll be able to access it through that. Okay, Iron Workers 721, he said to go develop Nigeria, Tinubu needs you. See, I'm not a developer. I'm not into real estate. I am not a builder. Not even a developed country. You understand? Before they bomb me, sef, they don't develop country. Before they bomb me, the country was already developing. So I don't need to develop anything. What me I need to do is to survive. What me I not only even to survive, what am I saying? In Nigeria, we were surviving. You understand? Now, what we need is to live and to enjoy life because life is short. You understand? You cannot be living a short life and be still stressing yourself. Thank God, NEPA don't bring light to. Okay, thank you, last teacher. That is the thing we are seeing now. That's the thing we are seeing. You understand? That was the so-called mentality that I had when I first landed in Canada, that I was holding power bank káàkiri. You understand? Because in Nigeria, it was the normal thing. NEPA can take light and they can bring light anyhow. It was a normal thing. You understand? We were accustomed to abnormalities. It's true. And that's why when I came to Canada the first month, it was my fellow Nigerian that have been in this place for some time that was not telling me that when you leave Nigeria, you have to try to allow Africa to leave you. Like let Nigeria to leave you. You understand? Don't be thinking like a Nigerian when you now land. They now say it's power bank. You are now holding kakiri. Do you see that they take life before I say it can happen? Something can. Mentality, wrong mentality. I was thinking that the way they are doing in Nigeria, that's what they go do for Canada. For over like a year or a month, I was only power bank kakiri until me too. I knew that oh boy, see, they have not been taking life. Just leave this thing. You understand? I pay power bank call from Nigeria to see how bad it was in my thinking. You understand? I brought power bank from Nigeria. Now sef I don't even know where the power bank dey again because there is no need for it when there is light. So sometimes you come into a country that is structured, you will benefit from some of the things that are necessities of life, but the Tinubu eras and all the people era that have been ruling us for donkey years, they make it look like luxury in our eye to have good roads, to you understand. Potholes last song is killing someone in Nigeria. Potholes e dey kill people for Nigeria every week, every day, every month, every year. You understand? But this place, you hardly see any potholes. Where you go even see potholes sef? Where you go see? If you no go to Enyodi, like all dis place that is where there's farm, and of course because there's farm, even farm sef, shebi I have gone to Enyodi that they will tie the road like this. It will be tiled. Enyodi sef is tiled. It may be two three cars that are driving in Enyodi but it's tiled roads. It is only when you are entering into a farm like a private property, that's when you be seeing potholes. You understand? But the government roads are very tiled. So imagine what we are saying. Okay, Ceci Irene is saying, I'm interested in to travel to Canada. How should I apply? Apply on that website, aosglobal.org, or you can go on our bio. Once you click on the link on our bio, you'll see the Travel Small Small to Canada package. It is our Black Friday deal right now that we are giving people that apply that are qualified to come into Canada, whether it be for study abroad, for work abroad, for visitor visa, for asylum, or for permanent residency. Any which one you want, click on that link right now and apply. That reminds me, in this place we always forget charger. I've forgotten charger again because if battery no low, we no go on charge. So let me bring my charger and come in my people. All right, my people. So, thanks for waiting for me. Today, we want to discuss about a skill that, if you have, your age may not be a barrier for you to come to Canada. If you have, your lack of degree, 2, 3, 4 degrees, may not be an obstruction to you coming to Canada. Do you understand? I am saying again, we want to talk about a skill that if you have, Canada will be looking at you like this, like hot cake. You will be hot cake to Canada. You understand? Joe the Joe, 352, you say work visa package. Any package you want, click on the link aosglobal.org and go click on travel small small to Canada package. Fill the form completely up until it asks for your name, your email, and you understand, your phone number. Once you do that, then we are going to reach out to you if you qualify. Now let's move on. We were talking about a skill that Canada is looking for now, a skill that is in demand. If you come into Canada as a temporary resident, whether as a visitor or as a student or as a temporary foreign worker, if you still want to become a permanent resident, you will still need either this skill or you will need something else related to this skill. I don't know, maybe I'm making sense. Now, what is it? This skill is the skill of French. This skill is the skill of learning a language. This skill is the skill of passing an examination. Is the skill of having the required score to actually excel in an examination. Let me explain something to you. Canada needs some certain amount of people that can speak a particular language. They know that a lot of people know how to speak English already. So they may not be looking for English that much again, English speakers alone. But if you have, apart from you being in healthcare, apart from being caregiver, because that's the only thing, and that's the beauty of this pathway that I want to talk to you about. That's the beauty of this skill I want to talk to you about. Many people are focusing on healthcare. So because of that, a lot of people are qualified, but Canada will just bring in few of them. They will just take the best of the best of the best. Do you understand? Because a lot of people are in healthcare already. A lot of people are already going to tech already. A lot of people, if I see that tech I mentioned, should be last year, tech was hot cake in Canada. Last year, tech was hot cake in Canada, similarly to healthcare. But this year, a lot of tech companies have been what? They have been retrenching staffs anyhow. So because they have been retrenching staffs, Canada feels that this thing don't cast. This thing don't shaking it don't cast. So because of that, they have not been focused on bringing more tech experts into Canada again. That's why throughout this year, we didn't see any tech draws. We didn't see any selection whereby they invited tech professionals. The tech that brought me into Canada 2023, it is no longer as hot as it was in 2023. I hope I'm making sense. Now, you may be asking, what else is hot right now? Some people are going into healthcare. I say no problem. If you have masters or PhD, no problem. If you have years of experience, maybe like 5 years up to 10 years of experience in healthcare, no problem. If you have a job in healthcare, or no problem, you have a license to practice in healthcare, no problem. You can go into that. If you are young, you are young, you are 28, 32, you have already backed your bachelor's, your master's, or OND, HND, NCE, everything, you have backed it. Yes, healthcare may be your calling. You understand? You have years of experience in healthcare, it may be your calling. Even though there was one woman that reached out to me that we spoke at length, and she was saying that this same year she applied with 2 employers. Some people don't know all those things. You get an employer that give you a job, that does not mean Canada will give you visa. You get an employer that gives you a job in Canada does not mean that Canada will give you visa. Some people don't know that thing. This woman, she was the one telling me her story. It was a sad story to hear, but I heard it and I understood that, oh, so it means that you can get employer, but Canada may still say they don't want to give you visa, maybe they don't give you visa, even with your employer. You understand? She got two employers, two, not be one, two. Two employers, two employers. It's not one employer. Oh. She got two employers for Canada immigration for healthcare. The two employers that she first got one, you understand? They were processing the application. Canada said they are not okay with this employer. Just like what I was saying yesterday, I was talking about the fact that Canada will start rejecting application. They will start refusing, they will start canceling visa. If they see that it's not your fault, oh, it's not your fault. You look for employer, you got employer, but it's not your fault. It is the employer fault because the employer is not eligible to even employ someone. Or if the employer is eligible, there are still some documents they want the employer to submit that the employer did not submit. But you, they just give you job letter, they give you contract, you're happy, you say yes, I don't get job for Canada. You don't know, say now from fire to fire. Yes, this woman got not one, oh, not one employer. She got two employers, two. She first got the first one when Canada said this employer that she got is not, as it is, they may reject the application. She quickly go again. She go and look for employer. Sometimes when some people talk about employer, you go think say, that's so easy. She was able to get two employer, but with the two employers that she got in Canada, she was still rejected that visa. She's still in Nigeria now. She's still there. You now be wondering, wait, person will even get one. I mean, when they look for one, we don't see. You now see two, but two now waste go. But people don't understand that there are some eligibility criteria. There's some documents that an employer has to submit to IRCC. There are some things they have to do. It's not all employers that are eligible to give jobs to everybody outside Canada. Let's leave that side of the employer. What we are saying in today's live session is that instead of you depending on other people, instead of you depending on your family, your friend, your employer, or depending on scholarship, some people they are dependent on some other organizations that me, I don't want to pay anything for immigration. I want another organization to pay for me. You understand? That's why some people always look for scholarship. They always look for job sponsor. I'm not even cuckoo saying you should not look for. If you get, congratulations for you. You understand? But if you want to take charge of your own life yourself, you want to, because of course I've said this in this live session before, where some people will get job. It's people that will come to me. It's not even me that go to them. It's people that come to me and tell me their stories. There was one other guy, very close friend of mine, and he was telling me that time that, oh boy, now so you go US, so you go study. You understand? Even the opportunity he got, that organization, they still take him to UK. He go study there too. Now you two places, you go US, you go UK. You understand? As in, that time, that year, when we were in Nigeria, I was thinking, forget, this guy's life is made. Like, forget, it's done. In fact, that time I remember, and I was even trying to even talk to him. See, the opportunity where you get, if you two be link me up. That's why sometimes be careful of what you ask for. Be careful for what you ask for. Sometimes you may not know what some people get, but because you're asking for something that God has a better plan for you. God has a better plan for you. But because you are short-sighted, because you feel that, oh, what another person has is better than what you were thinking of, you go dey ask nonsense from God. God now dey look say, you are better than this. The one I want to give you is better than what your friend got. Let me give you that story. Let me give you that full gist. My friend, he went to study in the UK. At the tail end of his study, that was when I was now working on my PR to Canada. He was not telling me, if you need to talk to me, go on, we need to discuss. I said, of course, you that you are in Loimbo already, you are in Loimbo, we'll go discuss, of course, because I need orientation on, okay, if I finally land in Canada, how I go survive, how I go succeed, just like you, we say, we dey see for social media. You understand? You dey go all these conferences, go all these webinars, they go all this, you understand? Like, it was the person we were looking up to. But it was the day that we were to now talk, now finally came. He was not telling me, He has wanted to tell me something before. Well, how is my own Canada immigration process? I say, guy, leave it, you don dey UK. Na me I dey ask you say wetin you have for the boys. Well, give me something for the boys. You understand? I'm meant to be the one asking you. Pé kí lẹ jẹ kù? You understand? So you don't be asking me. You say, it's not like that. To them, me, I will not understand. Though. I say, I will not understand wetin. You go fight lion. I mean, you go commit crime. You say, this one is not crime. This one is signature, is contract. I say, signature, contract. What do you like? I was already lost. I say, what do you mean signature? This one is agreement. Okay, you didn't say contract. You say agreement. You say this one is signature and agreement. I say, signature and agreement for what? Shebi you dey UK, you dey Kini, abi you go dey do agreement for someone for Nigeria and you say, no, this one is an organization. Oh. You say, I say, what is this guy saying? He shall now explain it to me. But you know that time when they were looking for scholarship now, that they were trying to come to, you understand, go to the US, go to UK. Where he finally got one scholarship. Oh. I say, congratulations. So you got yes, so I knew that time too that you got the scholarship. How far? They didn't want to give you another one. Shey me too I should apply. You understand now? Me, I already want to be talking about my own. He say, it's still about his own. That scholarship. Do you know that they say when I finish schooling in the UK, I have to go back to Nigeria. Just like someone say Tinubu need you now. They say one of the things that he assigned to part of the agreement of the scholarship is that once he finish school, you understand, once he finish his program in the school that he was, he will go back and go and use the knowledge he learnt to go and better Africa. That time wey he tell me, no be me dey tell you, no be me sign you, but me I wan dey vex for am. I wan dey vex for the organization for am. I don't know if you understand. No be say I dey vex for my friend o. I wan dey vex pé how the organization go talk that kind thing when you finish school. You go now go use they say it's a leadership kind of scholarship where he has to lead by example, and the way we lead by example is for him to go back to the country Nigeria and go and use what he learnt in school to better the country. The thing one dey remain no. The thing one dey vex me. Were they whining you when they were telling you? You say no, this thing is part of the agreement that they sign you for the scholarship. I say the thing what they do like Nollywood film. I say they talk say what you learnt in leadership UK, when you go Nigeria back, go dey use am dey. I say shey na you be president? Abi na you be governor wey you wan dey go dey help dem dey, you understand, rule? Abi you get one uncle wey be say you get one post for for senate? He say no, he say that's the rule and regulation. He say it's the rule of the scholarship, it's the agreement that everybody that got the scholarship that time they sign to it. He say if you did not follow the agreement, he say all the scholarship money that they used to sponsor him to school over like £32,000, he will pay it back. I say omo, the thing was like film o. And the guy was serious. He was saying this guy, it was the agreement they had. I said, which kind Ori Ekende is that one? Because I was like, Ori Ekende, how will they help you through scholarship? They now tell you, say, okay, what you now learnt in UK or learnt in US, now go back to Africa, go they use the knowledge. I said, which which knowledge? They tell you say Africa won't use knowledge. They tell you say they ready for anything leadership. You understand? But at the end of the day, this my person that I'm talking about now is still back home in Nigeria because of the scholarship that he got. Yes, he went to the US, he went to the UK, and there's really nothing bad, seriously, in those kind of scholarships. If you are someone that, yes, you truly want to go study, like you truly want to go study in a foreign land, and after you study, you are willingly wanting to go back. We have some Hausa people now. You will not be seeing outside people that say they want to japa and leave the country and not come back. Those ones are dealing. So we're not talking to those kind of people here now. It's not those kind of people we are talking about that, okay, you want to go and study through scholarship and come back. But we know our Nigerian people, our Yorubas, for instance, our Igbo people, for instance, you know, say we know the dollar. You understand? Where we go leave Nigeria now, say we dey go back. But because my friend didn't have the 32,000 pounds that they spent on him for his schooling, yes, they give him scholarship. It was free. He went. But still, he had to what? He had to come back home after he studied. So if you want that, of course you can pursue. I will not talk about the organization. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not discouraging anything. But I want you to know, if it is an organization that is sponsoring you, if it is a company that it is sponsoring, I've given you two instances. The woman, for instance, that I saw that she's still working with the company for 4 years. She can't get PR, or she doesn't know how to get PR. She's stuck with one particular employer. Where the same Ilu Oyinbo, in the same Ilu Oyinbo, people like us that came in through permanent residence, we can work for 2, 3, 4, 5, as much as employer we want. But she's restricted to just one employer because she got the closed work permit, which was the so-called just sponsorship people are looking for kakiri. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, we have also seen the one that went to go and study. They say scholarship. They give you scholarship. But the organization wey give you scholarship, they put Ogeke and then into it. Agreement and signature. He don agree say once he don finish school, he go back Nigeria. I don't know, maybe me I be Mahatma Gandhi, I be I be Wole Soyinka, I be who I wan be, where I wan go dey rule. But e sha happen to my friend wey be say they talk say make he is now happily in Nigeria. And they say he has to stay in. It's not that you just even travel to Nigeria and leave the second day. They say he has to stay there for a few years. You understand? I think they say 3 or 4 years. He has to impact in the country. I say, the thing why they invest me when I was hearing it from my friend. He want a woman no pay. Which rubbish is this one? Abi they whine you ni? Abi they are not trying to test you. They're trying to see say. He say no, they are serious. Even people that escaped, like people that just vanished, that just used scope, that okay, they left their school when they wanted to finish and they didn't go back to Nigeria. Now they are now holding the UK organization, they are holding them and they are collecting it, you understand, from them. They are taking them to court. I say, on top scholarship where you get. The thing what they funding me, but which kind of scholarship is this one? But of course, once you have agreed to something, now you dey look for ifa. Once you have agreed to something, you have collected ifa, you have to respect the ifa that you got and follow through with the ifa that you got, because anyone fa one shake go for it. Now let's leave that. What are we saying in essence in this live session? We are saying that if you want to come to Canada and you want to literally sponsor yourself, you want to be the hot cake. You don't want another person to be giving you food. You understand? Yọ sọ pé má kọ́ mi bó ṣe máa pẹ má fún mi lẹ́ja, kọ́ mi bó ṣe máa pẹja ni. Do you understand? We don't want to be spoon feeding you again. We want to give you I see many people going on our travel sponsor to Canada package who are filling the form. So yes, if you want to fill the form, apply at aosglobal.org right now. Fill the form, you will see a pop-up form that will pop up. After the pop-up form, click on the checkout. Once you click the checkout, you understand, write your name, email, and phone number there. Once you write your name, email, and phone number, they will have your details and we're going to reach out to you. You understand? It may not be today, it may not be me, it may be Oyinbo that will talk to you. You understand? But ensure that you fill the form so that we'll check your eligibility and see if you are eligible. And if you're eligible, you are going to be, you understand, contacted. So what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying in essence is that if you don't want an organization to dictate how you survive or how you thrive or how you succeed in abroad. You don't want a company to restrict your possibilities because see, let me tell you, what we are trying to say in essence is it's not only about traveling abroad. Some people don't understand this thing. Some people travel, but they travel go wahala. They travel go premium shege. They travel and they get entrapped. They get enslaved. They get exploited. They get trafficked. Let me break that down. so that you really understand. Because sometimes when you go there too much, do you know that there are some people that, yes, na travel they travel, but instead they should be working for themselves. They are working for their own slave masters. Some people think say slavery na 1919 gbogbo end. No, slavery is still alive. Slavery is, there's something they call neo-colonialism and slavery. It is still happening actively. In fact, in Africa, e dey. You understand? In the Arab countries, e dey. In the Western countries, e dey. Shebi is on Akpole, me I used to come to Canada. On Akpole, where some of our people went to North Middle East. So people don't go on Akpole. As one of my sheikh always say, some people go illegally. And if you go illegally, all you're just trying to say is that, please, I am here, do me anyhow. Or you go, you even get visa, of course. But if you don't get visa that will benefit you, go. You the visa that you got, for example, you get study visa, it will benefit the organization, the college, the university, the polytechnic that you are coming to. At least initially, because you first pay them to study, it will benefit them. Before it benefits you, if you be saying at the quality you go collect first before it benefits you. But it's benefiting the organization, the company, the school that you are going to. If you get visitor visa, it is not only even the place, the hotel you go lodge, they benefit them. Like people that are coming for World Cup now, World Cup 2026, the people that will benefit mostly from the visitors coming is the country of Canada and what? And the stadium that people will go and be paying money to go and, you understand, go there, watch matches, pay money for the services and things like that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Ceci Rennie, thank you very much for liking. If you are coming as a temporary foreign worker, that your employer will use you, and of course, because now you talk say you want just sponsorship now, so they will far ballet use. You know, see, why do you even think Canadians and permanent residents don't do some of the jobs that they give people that are coming through job sponsorship? It's because those kind of jobs, many of them are exploitative. Many of them are exploitative. It's not only about going to farm and go and picking fruit in farm. Shebi, I saw one interview on YouTube too, where the guy said he has been in the US for, I think that was US, I think Canada. He has been in one of it for like 4 years or 3 years. And he said the so-called job sponsorship, so people are looking for, okay, are you the one that cover accommodation? He said, no problem. There's one, you understand, warehouse, they stock all of them. There were hundreds of staff, so they stock all of them inside the warehouse. They did not allow them to go out of that facility. Now you they look for work. No problem, you go see work now. They stock because many of those people too, they were looking for a farm. They were looking for, okay, let a company sponsor me. When they sponsor me, when I come into the country, I'll be paying small. They say, okay, no problem. It's that kind of organization that took the guy that was doing the interview, that was the interviewer, the interviewee. That was the kind of job he got. So they stock all of them in a warehouse. Mondays to Sundays. It's not Monday to Friday. Mondays to Sundays. They come out. They work 18 hours. Shebi, is you that are looking for work? You say you go see work, you go dey beef for work. They were working 16 to 18 hours per day. They had 2 breaks. They will eat. Is of course because people are looking for employer too that will sponsor the feeding too. So there was the employer too was feeding them, and you must not eat what you are taking from the farm, unless they will reduce it from your money. And he said when it even came to the payment of the money that they were giving them, you understand, they were deducting some amount. They didn't pay them, you know, like in Canada. When we came into Canada, they said you should go and open bank accounts. It's one of the things that you do when you're opening bank account. But the so-called agent that was in charge of these people was the one that opened bank accounts for them using their ATMs to collect. It was that crazy. They did a documentary on it on YouTube, on CBC, I think it was CBC Marketplace, that they did a documentary and they explained how people were being exploited by a particular organization. I've forgotten that farm industry. I've been that farm company. I've forgotten the name. They were being exploited. because people were looking for what? Job sponsorship. People were looking for, and see, there's even nothing wrong in looking for job sponsorship, but don't leave everything. Don't sell yourself for something that will not benefit you. That's the moral of this story. Uche Osigwe say, stop talking nonsense. Oh, which of the nonsense did I talk? Oh, because I don't even get time. Now block, I don't block and be that. Uh-huh. So, see, if you don't know something, you ask. That's the idea. If you don't know something, if I'm talking nonsense, that means CBC Marketplace, I be the people that did documentary, them so they are talking nonsense with that. So, because the thing that they did, the investigation, they did investigative journalism. If you don't know what that is, browse it. Investigative journalism. They did investigative journalism to find out who are the employers that are exploiting people in Canada, in US. It was a national and international investigation. Who were the employers exploiting people in Canada? And they found out that most of the kind of employers that were exploiting people, they were not exploiting Canadians because they know Canadians journal. You understand? They were not exploiting permanent residents because they knew they had rights. If you do anything for any permanent resident, we're not good. Now, if you say make I just go call one, Oyinbo. Some people don't understand how Oyinbo is. How Oyinbo is. It's not like Nigeria that your chairman self, your local government chairman, you can't call him. He's not going to answer you now. He's not going to answer you. But Canadians, permanent residents, they can call their councillors. Hello, okay, this is a thing. I'm from this also district. I want to talk to my council. They will call like this. They will talk to them. But see, there's one particular employer. Even I say you don't know that. So in both like or Kinokwe, they have that mentality of what they call it. That kind of ownership mentality. I've forgotten what there's one other word they call it. You cannot do it anyhow to Imbo. You understand? You can't do anyhow. But it is people that they take, you that you say you want job sponsorship. That was one of the things they found out. People that were looking for so-called job sponsorship. It was those people they crammed up in the in the warehouse. They were feeding them, of course, two times a yeah, two breaks. But they were working normally. If you are working in a farm, you are never meant to work for more than 8 hours. 8 hours is like the standard full-time hours. It's the standard. Abi, if you said that you're in Nigeria, how many hours you always work? Okay, if you're even working in bank, I know some bank that will say, okay, you work for 10 hours. But it can never be up to 18 hours. They won't kill you. They won't kill you. But in these farms, you work 16 hours, 18 hours per day. Your back, it go not carbonize. But these are the things, these are the horrors. And it was not even only a matter of Africans. Africans were there, Mexicans were also there. They were being mistreated because they didn't come with the right papers, they didn't have the right status. You understand? So they were being exploited, they were being used, maltreated. Some of them, when you not go in low, instead of you to be fattening up, to be chopping up, you go not dey slim. You go not dey slim because you are looking for Ifa. You understand? You're looking for Ifa, you go dey slim. Do you understand? So what we are trying to say in essence is, if you're not part of the people that want to leave your own responsibility to an employer or leave your own sponsorship to another company, to another organization. I've talked the situation of scholarships. People getting scholarships, and now scholarships are still forcing them to go back home to go and I don't know what they do. We say Tinubu wey no even know my father, talk less of me. Wetin I go dey do with do for Nigeria, say na Tinubu I dey. Wetin concern me with Tinubu? Wetin concern Tinubu sef with me? You understand? Some people go say man dey go Nigeria. We have talked about how workers are being exploited, all in the name of them giving them closed work permit. Some people don't even know what closed work permit is. Closed work permit is known as employer-specific work permit. That means you can only work for one employer, and it is not even only one. You can only work for that employer that did that visa for you. If you come under work permit, that employer that gave you that visa is that employer that you can only work with in Canada. These are things you can browse yourself and see it. So because of that, many farms, because many people are saying go and pick fruit. Some people say, okay, go and do this, go and do, but you don't know that. Browse the company. Some people will say, okay, you got employment. You do not even browse the company to see how other people in the organization, how they are talking about the organization. You understand? It's very easy now. If you go on Glassdoor, you see many people put a lot of things about the company there. You understand? If you go on LinkedIn, you see a lot of people. If you go Facebook last one, you will see a lot of things. Facebook groups where people have talked about different companies and how they have been, you understand, doing to their staff members. If they are doing good to their staff members, you will see it there. And if it is bad, you will see it there. Don't be blinded on, I don't get job offer. They don't talk, say they go help me. And you just affect yourself. You don't even only affect yourself. You just waste your time, you waste your life. Another company will be getting richer based on your own, you understand, IFA that you are looking for. Let's leave that. If you don't want to be part of those who are going to be faulting, many people have found out something. People that come to Canada, go to US, UK, and many a times you get to say, Iloyinbo, this Iloyinbo, this place, don't come, they'll be advising other people, but don't come, don't do this, Iloyinbo is not like how you saw it, it's not like how they say it, many a times, if you ask them, many a times, if I ask those set of people, okay, which visa did you come with? Some people say study. Which visa do you come in? They'll say work. Which visa do you come in? They'll say visit. See, 9 times out of 10, it is not always permanent residency. 9 times out of 10, it is not always permanent residency. Or let me be conservative. 8 times out of 10, it's not permanent residency. You understand? It is not always you cannot come to this country not seeking. You came with your own full chest. No be say you dey come to seek asylum, or you dey come dey do come school. You understand? Even people that are wealthy, some of them when they come to school in Canada, they say, let's say they knew they will not come to school in Canada, they could have done permanent residency directly. Because all the money they wasted. I talked yesterday about someone that paid close to $50,000 doing 4-year program. If I do 2 years, but before the visa expire again, you go apply for another 2 years. And then they look say, but where would they get this money from? You say, I'm on a jama. As a student, you can work, and he has been working all those time like this. Even school safe, see school go like that. You just they do a jama. And I say, okay, imagine me now coming to Canada. Okay, Cecilia is saying, yes, I'm always worried saying that. Thank you very much. Imagine me coming to Canada, and my own mentality before I came is that Canada is a land of opportunities. Canada is a place that, so I'm going to come and enjoy myself. The sufferness where I suffer for Nigeria, at least it don't tire me now. Man, go country, maybe say, I go feed the flex. It's not that I'll be like $10. It's not that you'll be like Dangote, but at least you'll be comfortable. You'll be able to decide when you eat, what you eat. You'll be able to decide, you understand, where you go. You understand? The little luxuries of life, you'll be able to have it. But you'll not be working years doing shifts. Some people do morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift, midnight shift. But at the end of the day, instead, okay, if you're even doing the shift, but that shift, it is you that are making the money and enjoying the money and spending the money is even good. But when people will go and be doing shifts only to go and be giving school money, you get one more. My friend will say, I don't do jama, I don't save $10,000. Say I want to use and pay my school fees. I say, may I ask you? Because let me just ask you, but this 10,000, when you were in Nigeria, do you see 10,000? I say no. I say in Canada now, apart from the one that you want to give your school, are you able to save 10,000 for yourself to flex, to enjoy yourself? Say, okay, you live a good life in Iloyinbo. You say, where I won't get her. But you feel get her for school. You feel get her, use pay school. But to not get her to use and enjoy yourself, some people can never go for vacation. Last year we were talking about the vacation house we went to. Some people can never go for vacation because they believe when it's Oyinbo like this, you go to Oyinbo, you walk. No time for. That's why our Nigerian brothers and sisters. There was one story of one caregiver, one daycare something. There's slum in the workplace because she have worked morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. So all the money that she has been making, even the money itself, could not help her life. Could not imagine someone being in healthcare but slumming and dying in work. So you that you are in healthcare, maybe you are meant to be taking care of your health. At least that is part of flexing now. It's not even flex. I can't call it flexing. It's part of you doing the right thing. One of the right things you are meant to do when you come to a country like this is take care of your health. You understand? Take care of your health. Health is wealth. So you that you're working in healthcare, you cannot slum and die in the. I'm not trying to say anything, but what I'm trying to make you see is depending on how you come, if you come anyhow, you go see anyhow. And at the end of the day, you feel be at the end of the day part of people that will come into social media saying, "Don't come to Canada, now scam o." Wetin dem dey tell us? No, see, let me tell you something. I always say it in this live session. No country is perfect. Canada is not heaven. Canada is what? Is not heaven. But bet me you, Canada is far better than Nigeria. Case closed. It's not. There's no comparison. You can't be comparing it. You understand? That's why even some people that jackpada, there's different levels. There's jackpada, there's jackpa, there's jackpada, and there's jackpada or jackpada pada. There are some people that are in that third level now. They have jackpa, they're not jackpada, they are now jackpada pada now. Because that's why some people don't know. Some people that have jackpa and they want to jackpada, many of them already have their passports. They are already citizens of the country they, you understand, jackpa to. So it is easier for them that, okay, let me just jackpada, let me see how Nigeria is. And one is that Nigeria don't know wetin I dey think o, they go jackpada pada. You understand? But you wey be say you are going to, that you no even have any passport. You go see where. Okay, so Sirena is saying, what's the best package for we that don't have much? Good. The best package of you that don't have much is to learn a skill. The best package for people like you that don't have much is to learn a skill. A skill is not you going to go and do bachelor's. A skill is not you going to go and do master's. A skill is not you wasting your years and go and be chasing something that no loss or chasing job offer. That is not a skill. It's not a skill because all those job offers, your leg, your back, you go calculate, you go work tire. Shebi dey say kíyàn rìn àjò kíyàn kórè òkè délé. Some people no dey kórè òkè délé for those kind of job. You go just dey keep on working until e tire you wey be say the way they go leave you sef, you could have been better off being in Nigeria than when you came into Canada or going to US. It happens everywhere. It's not only in Canada. Okay, how much will it cost for PR? Click on the link, apply at aosglobal.org. Once you click on that link, aosglobal.org, you are going to see the travel small package there. Once you fill the form, there are different costs for different processes. You understand? Once you fill the form, they will check your eligibility and they would contact you. It may not be today, it may be tomorrow, during the week, however. They will contact you and tell you based on what you feel, the one you qualify for. You understand? The one you qualify for. So click on there and you will know what you qualify for, you know how much it costs, and you know the processing and how long it goes. Okay. Which of the skills, says Sirene? Good. Thank you very much. That's what we're getting into now. In our conversation where we were talking about you learning skills, do you want to come to Canada? Do you want to come to Canada and have the opportunity that other 70% of people in Canada don't have? Do you want to Canada? Do you want to come to not so much. Okay, Elliot alone is saying, is this A.O.S your company? Yes, I'm the co-founder of A.O.S Abroad. We have two founders. I'm the co-founder of A.O.S Abroad and A.O.S Global. You understand? And I always talk about the businesses I've started in Canada. Ever since I've been in Canada, I've started three different businesses, three different organizations. And the beauty of it is, if you come to Canada with the right papers, you will not bother about some of the things that people are saying online. Some people say, there's no job in Canada, there's no, if you're an entrepreneur, you can set up businesses. In fact, literally, One of my businesses is helping people set up businesses in Canada. That is basically one of my businesses. You understand? Helping people set up businesses in Canada. And these are businesses that you would earn money not only in Canada but in the US, in UK. If you set it up right, you will earn money. And so far you have the skill, so far you have something that, and that's again, that's where we're getting into skill. See, there are some things that even someone that have PhD, someone that have masters will not have access to. But you that have skill, that skill will help you. One of the skills I do always talk about, because again, this is TikTok. Do people know that on TikTok you can run adverts? As simple as, sometimes some things are simple, but people don't understand how simplicity can help you set up your life. Sometimes simplicity. Some people say, okay, I don't have money for my travel. Can you learn a skill? Like, for instance, TikTok adverts. I, for instance, I'm a TikTok for business consultant. I help people launch businesses and I help people to promote their business online. Do you understand? Can you help people promote their businesses online on TikTok, run adverts on TikTok? Our own TikTok advert, we have seen millions of views on our TikTok advert. And it's crazy that there was one time I was making the analysis. I said I spent about 400,000 naira to actually run adverts for one particular organization. And that 400,000 naira, which is roughly like $350 in Nigeria, in Canada, yeah, that money has made them thousands of dollars back in revenue within a month. Now imagine you learn a skill, that kind of skill on how to, and these are skills that you can learn freely. Sometimes you don't even need to pay so much to learn skills. Sometimes you can get to learn skills freely. Do you understand? And that skill will help you, will help your family, will help all the money that you say you don't have money, you're looking for someone that is cheap, or you're looking for someone that is sponsor you, you'll be able to have money to work on your own immigration yourself. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, this, okay, before we go, someone is asking a question. A family of 5 that wants to relocate from Nigeria, what package do you advise, please? We don't always advise people about package because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your life that will determine what you want. You understand? Me, I can talk about what me I chose, what me I decided to do. You understand? So you cannot take your own advice based on what you hear, the one that you feel that is better for you. There are basically 5 ways you can come to Canada. 5 ways. Every other pathway is divided into these 5. So you will not decide which of those 5 you want for your family. You understand? Gist. We are gisting people here because I'm not a licensed immigration consultant. I'm not an immigration lawyer. I don't even consider myself as a travel agent. I am not. I am just an educator. I educate people. One of the things me I've learned, I try to teach people that want to listen and, you understand, learn it. What are the 5 ways you can use to come to Canada? Number 1 way is through study. A lot of people know study. It's like the most popular way. Study. If you want to come to Canada, you want to come and study, you are olowo, like you have the money, you can afford it, or you can get the scholarship. If you can't afford it, at least you can get, if you can get, if you are qualified for this, because scholarship have their different ways. You go write essay. If you no write essay, you go show your A's. If you no do essay, you go do tests. You know the different scholarship that are available now. You should do a lot. So study is one of the ways you can come to Canada. You want to come to Canada as a family of 5, and a lot of people too have been coming as a family, whether of 3, 4, or 5 or more. And they say, okay, you are the mother, you still know book now. You come to do study. And many of these programs, some of them, not many, some of them have opportunity that, okay, if you are coming as a student, your wife or your spouse or your husband can follow you and actually do what? Work visa, like can get what we know as spousal open work permit, like in the case of Canada. So once your wife comes maybe for a 2-year course, you come and work at the side with your wife, you understand, continuously for that 2 years. Your children can now decide, okay, this we will be there, let me get visitor visa for my children if they are still of the age that they can get visitor visa, or if they can get study, you understand, them to they come and study, whether in primary school, in secondary school, or any of those schools that are available. So that one is available. That is number one option. Number two option is visits. A lot of people do visits for them and their family. I remember my own, because my own uncle, he, his wife, and three kids, a boy and two girls. You understand? A boy and two girls. They came into Canada through visits. You understand? That year, 2018 or 2019, they came into Canada. And that is another popular way people know that, okay, if I come into Canada through visit, once I don't look how you go be, I go now seek asylum. Oh boy, that asylum is the third way. A lot of people are doing it. Seek asylum. Say, just like the case of one man where we say he seek asylum that time. The one that I was saying that I saw online. He seek asylum, he go to sleep for outside the shed at the end of the day. Because of code. Code in Nigeria is not code. It's not freezer code. Canada is freezer code. Code that won't boo you. It's when there's summer, I'm a that's when you will see them. They'll be wearing all those nonsense things they always wear. Nobody always tell people. I always wonder when I was in Nigeria, when winter started coming out, like when snow started falling now. I'm always wondering, but how come ṣe bí àwọn ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ gbẹngbẹ́ yẹn they always wear clothes that is not tí ò bora. How come everybody are not disciplined when it comes to winter? That they not show themselves. You're going to show yourself. Show the tummy. Let's see the tummy that time. Show everything. Let's see it. They don't bore you well. You will be on good. There's some things. God does not need to pursue you before he catch you. He doesn't need to pursue you. You will see that fine babes. You go see them cover up. But I think say the thought say hijab na bad thing now. They go just cover everything up. You go to say, but wetin happen now? We will leave that side. So study the first way, work the second way, or visit the second way, asylum the third way. The fourth way is work. Many people come through work. If you can get job from outside Canada to come and work in Canada, yes. If you have the opportunity, yes, like the case of the woman that I said got 2 job offers, even though she didn't later, you understand, come to Canada, they rejected the application. Because again, people too, sometimes they like to save up. But don't let me waste my money, let me do it myself. Okay, yes. So people have this themselves and they succeed. Some people do it themselves and they reject the application. It happens, life happens. But what we are trying to say is work is another way you can come into Canada. You get a job in Canada, you understand? And through that job, you and your family members can come. You understand? So I've talked about 4 ways: study, visit, asylum, work. The last way that you can come into Canada is through what? Permanent residency. And many people can come into many people come into Canada every year through permanent residency. And this is the least way a lot of people don't want to come through. It is the way that I, for instance, that time, I started struggle. Say, okay, let me just enter Canada. But at the end of the day, God help me, I get the PR. It was the PR and I used to land in Canada. So those are the 5 ways. PR is a way that it is like a kind of combination. PR is a combination of everything before. It's a combination of, okay, you want to study just like my wife. She's studying in Canada now for free. All the money that people could have paid tens of thousands of dollars for, because she's a permanent resident, the government is sponsoring her. She's studying for free at tertiary level, college level. In fact, she has finished now. 2-year course. She has finished the course free. The government gave her the grant that she will not pay again. She used one, even grant self, will they use the money for grant for house, so they use at the chop. Because grant self plenty. You understand? The school fees where she was meant to pay, the grant has paid for it, and it's still sheku. So what happen? We spend the money for house. So for study, for when you're a permanent resident, you can study if you know how to go about it. study for free, even at tertiary level. Me, I'm working. I've ever been working when I came into Canada as a permanent resident. And as a permanent resident, instead of me being like a worker, a temporary foreign worker that would just work for one employer at a time, no, I'm working for 2, 3 companies. And that's the beauty. And that's why I set up my business, 2, 3 different companies that I have in Canada now. And nobody will say, waiting, what do they mean? Because I'm legal. You understand? I can work, I have full papers. I can work as much as I like. So far it is legal, you work. You understand? If you want to visit inside Canada too, as a permanent resident, you can visit. I remember the time I went to Ottawa. There's another time we're going to go to British Columbia. You can visit around Canada, and you can even go and visit outside. Just like the time I said we went to the Middle East, you can go outside. Canada don't tire me, Jerry. I go Canada, I go outside. As a permanent resident, you go, you go enter. They don't even say Kai. I remember when we came back from the Middle East vacation we went for, and we're coming back. And I like that question when they were asking in the airport, what is your status in Canada? He said, permanent resident. He said, can I see your permanent resident card? I said, I just showed her. He said, okay, welcome back home. I like that sentence. He said, welcome back home. You know, levels there when it comes to immigration. Not everybody. Meanwhile, when they were telling us welcome back home, I saw the queue for students. I saw the queue for visitors. I saw the queue for which one again? Asylum seekers. So the queue was there for them. But for PR and citizens of Canada, you know, concern them. Once they have seen your permanent resident card, they have gone into their database and they say, I'm on a PR, welcome back home. Now the thing. So those are the 5 ways you will not determine. You ask yourself, which one do I want? The one where you want, now you go follow. The one where you want, now you go pursue. Nobody go pursue am for you. You understand? The one you want, nobody will choose for you. The one you want is the one you will not pursue. Which one do you want? Because as the opportunity dey for you, e dey for me, e dey for everybody too. But who will they select? Who will finally get it? Na im be the issue. The people that will get it are the people that are determined to never give up. If you are determined, it's people like you are talking about. There's a skill that you need to learn. There's a skill that you need to have. There's a skill that people are always looking for guarantee when it comes to immigration. This is one of the things that always guarantee people. Canada themselves, they have said it that they are prioritizing. See, let me tell you one orijo. Let me give you one orijo now. When Canada use some terminologies, IRCC, when they use some terminologies, that is their own giveaway to tell you, say, now this kind of thing they won't do. When they say these are our priorities, these are the things these are the people we are prioritizing that will come to Canada. They don't give you a orijo. But you know all the other one them, they will not focus on them. When they tell you they are prioritizing some people, they are already giving you a expo. It's as if you want to write exam. Now they give you A.O.S. So if a teacher is giving you A.O.S, why do you now need to go and be focusing on other places? I mean, it's very simple. You are in school, university that time, teacher now give you A.O.S. You in that talk say no, you know they follow A.O.S, you don't go there, they learn akpabio. You don't do yourself. You understand? You have done yourself. Because that A.O.S is what you are meant to be focusing on. So Canada too, they will give you area of concentration, and they have given us a lot of times area of concentration. They have given one of the area of concentration is like healthcare, but because a lot of Canada again can give area of concentration. They can give A.O.S. They can say, okay, they are prioritizing these people. But I always look for the lowest bearing fruit, lowest bearing, the one that a lot of people, even though they know that it is the one they are prioritizing, they will not really pursue. You understand? Because healthcare, a lot of people can enter healthcare easily. The one that there's little barrier to entry, they go yapia there. And because they go yapia there, it will be more difficult for people, even though it is part of the priorities. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Even though it's part of the priorities, it's going to be difficult. But you want that sweet spot. That sweet spot that will be in priority, that will be prioritized by Canada. But a lot of people no go dey there. That is where you are meant to be looking at. Healthcare is one of the places, one of the occupations that they are looking for in Canada. That is priority. But priority does not mean that because it's priority, they will not select you. Because plenty people too dey healthcare. Plenty people too caregiving iyampia. That's why the woman that say she got 2 job offers, and the 2 job offers they still deny her application. I was not wondering, wait, how e go happen like that? It's because even though it was in demand, the truth is a lot of people were better than her. A lot of people had something that, you understand, was more than hers. So that is why they picked other people and they rejected their own application. But you want to be in a place that if you are there and you have it, even if it is one that you have, you'll be hot cake. That is the idea. You'll be hot cake. They will be literally begging you, please, oh, come to Canada. Please, oh, we want you. Please, oh, because you have a skill that is needed. Some people, when we still talk this thing, they will say, they are still looking for something that lost. Something that is not lost is what they will be looking for. See, the number one priority of Canada right now, the number one, healthcare is not even number one. Healthcare is not number one. The number one priority of Canadian immigration is what? Is francophone immigration. The number one priority of Canada right now is what? Is speakers of French. You won't guarantee, abi? Some people will always ask, wait, which one is the one that is 100%? Nothing is 100%. I always say it. Nothing is 100%. But you want the one that is close to 100% is French. And we have seen people that don't know bang. They don't know Shingbang in French before. But in 3 months, 6 months, they know something. They go write exam. They have good grades. In fact, it was like speed, it was like turbo. Canada picked them like beans. It picked them fast because they had something that every other person did not have. And that's why they push all those people to the side and they pick people that have what they need. Canada right now are looking for people that can speak French. They are looking for people that can show their proficiency in French. And that is where we at A.O.S Abroad come in. We can prepare you for French exams. We can help you learn French language. We can help you easily be able to learn from scratch. You understand? Easily with free or cheap tools. You understand? There are some tools that are free online that you see, various apps we introduce you to. There are some cheap. See, let me tell you something. Some people are coming to Canada, they say they want to do study visa. I say if you have the money, go for it. But if you don't have the money and you want to be doing German, if you don't have tens of thousands of dollars for study, one of the best ways that we can forward but yes, you will migrate to Canada is from where you are now, whether Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, anywhere you are, start learning French. Because the time will go anyway. The time will go anyway. That time that you are using to look for, you are using to look for 100% of a 100% package, that time will go. You understand? But you understand? Okay, Botti even corrects me. Thank you, Botti. I really appreciate you. Botti is telling me it's not $10,000. It's about $18,000. You see, to study in Canada, 18,000. Oh boy! If I have that money now, you're not gonna know how to ball. I will shut down. I'm on that Sabino style. Sabino style. I will shut down. But 18K. Even we that were in PR status making, we don't get that kind of money. So you that are not coming, you are meant to know that you are the product. The product is not the masters you have or that you are coming to study. The product is not bachelor's you are coming to study. It's not college diploma you are coming to. You are the product. It's you. It's your money that is the product. You understand? It's your see. Thank God, Botti was telling me $18,000. You will not spend 10% of that money to learn French. 10%. What am I saying? 5% you will not spend it to learn French. 5%. You won't spend 5% of how much is 5%? That means because 10% will be like 1,800. I mean, you will not spend 5%. 5% like $900. You will not spend nine. See, and you will learn French. And when you learn French, you know French, you speak French. Àkọ́kọ́ náà, let me tell you one of the benefits. With the French, when you come into Canada, you will make more money than the average English speaker. Shebi, is that job you want now? Is that job? That job that will come for you, you will make more money than someone that is just speaking slow English. The person that is just doing speaking English as if na him be Queen Elizabeth, you will make money past that person. You understand? Because you are a French speaker. So the opportunities you will be getting is bilingual work. Bilingual work in Canada is not shere. If you say you want to be at home and be working, they will accept it for you. Some people don't know these things. I'm a bilingual, I speak French, I teach French. So it's not that they are telling me one thing, it's something I'm experiencing. You will dictate your hours. But so is this amount of time I want to work per day. You will dictate it. Because you are hot cake. You are hot cake. Oh. Now go and do mistake. Be in healthcare and no French. It will finish you. You be the god. It will finish. The money you'll be making. Okay, Ceci Rene is saying how many months to learn? I've said it. If you are accurately serious, we have someone I'm teaching in Kenya now, Nelly. When she started in August, like that girl was literally telling me, she doesn't think she will make this thing. Because at a point, after like a month or so, she was saying, shall I not go and do study like this? It's not that I don't have the money. Do you have scholarship? I said, I get scholarship. Now I don't do I come Canada. You know, but after 3 months, she's now seeing the possibility. Now, what you said that time is true. What you said that time. You see, the funny thing is, I'm still looking for that scholarship, but still I've not been able to get the scholarship that I'm looking for to come to study in Canada. But now, without even the scholarship, she said she's now speaking French a little now and having that confidence that she doesn't even need the scholarship again, and she will have something at the end of the day better than the scholarship she was thinking of coming to do. You understand? Used to actually study in Canada. If you are very serious, you are someone that you want to learn. This thing is okay. See the article I wanted to read today, because I wanted people to see the importance of it before I read the article. The article I want to read today is an article that was published today by CICnews.com, and it was talking about strategies for improving your French language skills, getting from an NCLC level 5 to NCLC level. That was jargons. But for you to be on an intermediate level, not for you to be advanced though. It's not that you should be speaking like Patrick Obiagbon style French. It's not that kind of level. For you to just at least learn intermediate French is what we are saying now. Okay, but it says, but to be honest, French no easy. It's not easy. I'm not telling you, Bobo. It's not easy. I did A1 plus 1.1. I have to quit. Let me tell you something. I was speaking to one woman that was like 45 years of age, and she was telling me her friends told her that express entry, you cannot get express entry. I said yes, it's correct. She said but she still wants to migrate to Canada. I said, but yes, you still can. He said, but she don't know how to do it. I said yes, if you have that limiting belief that it's not possible, it's not possible for you. I told her straight, if you have that limiting belief that it's not possible, it's not possible for you. She said, I'm not trying to kill. I said, no, see, it's the truth. Because I had someone, 147-year-old man, Mr. Dr. Lawal, as a doctor from Kwasu, that time when I was still in Nigeria. This man too, they were telling him too. He said that was why I even go and apply for PhD. That okay, if you go and do PhD, maybe he will get additional points in the express entry and be able to use it to work on his immigration. And he started learning French that year. The man, within 6 months, he was coming to class. As a lecturer, he was a lecturer in Kwara State University. As a lecturer, I was even thinking maybe he's not a fast student. You go soon tire. Sometimes even if you are a teacher and you are trying to teach, you go soon tire. This one that is lecturer that will never have time. That students go. It was around COVID time, but this man was attending classes. This man was coming. He was making the man. He migrated to Canada before me. That man was a testimony. He migrated to Canada before me. He had so many preoccupations as a lecturer. He was running his PhD around that time, and he was still coming to classes every time, even during the lockdown. In Corona time, I said, no, sir, please, sir. He's frustrated. But see, sometimes you people will be thinking maybe lecturer life is easy. It's not. It is rubbish. It's frustration. That time when I was telling me about how they were failing me when I was still in school, that time that I was telling you about learning teacher is lecturers. He was telling me that I say, see, those people, they are frustrated human beings. He said they are frustrated human beings. He said, see, you can't give what you don't have. It's the frustration you have you give. He said he doesn't want to continue living that lie. See that man. That man, I remember some of his words now. He said, I didn't want to continue living that lie. That's why I had to browse online. I saw you on Google and I saw that this is where I can learn French. You understand? In my own timings, because that time we were doing evening classes, weekend classes, which other centers were not doing. But okay, anytime they want, they can come. And that time, this man said, no, it's everything that will give it. He was in A1 level too that time. The man said, no, see, whether it's to die here and we will go learn am together. Say, I must not allow my age, because that time his age was not on his side. He said he must not allow his age to be his what? To be his obstacle in succeeding in life. He said many of his friends, they are already in Canada. Some of them are lecturers. And funny enough, today the man is now a lecturer at University of Manitoba, Canada. He is now a lecturer in University of Manitoba, Canada. Though he didn't get the lecturing easy, but after like 2-3 jobs, he was able to get a gig in University of Manitoba, Canada. Here now, he's now working there now, right now. Do you understand? Because he didn't allow obstacles. French is a language. It's not there. See, some people can. It's not easy for someone to learn language. Many people, it's not easy for them. Some people don't have that gift. But the truth is, the way some people are going through Agadez, Niger, Panama, you understand? Going through Colombia, going through the Darien Gap. Some people, there was one person that was saying in Colombia, he saw a python. Python beat his hand today. There's one guy I was watching, he says he's a professional athlete, professional footballer. You understand? He was looking for a good life. He was enlisted, looking for a good life. And so he go illegal route, go through Agadez, go through Colombia, go through Panama and everything. Now the guy, his hands, he has lost his hands to frostbite because of, you understand, the snow and the cold and everything. Now the good life he wants, sadly, I don't know if he's still getting it, but the idea is if you don't go through something that is legal, if you don't struggle for something that is legal, many a times the thing that is illegal is what you struggle for. If you even get it, fine. If you don't get it, that's even the worst. Sometimes some people will give up. But okay, this life is not hard. Canada, I know they fight. I know they go again. You have given up. If you even give up for yourself alone, is good. Some of you have children now. Some of you have families that they look up to you. Do you want your children to say at the end of the that time when I was in Nigeria, sometimes if you don't know something, you go just the vex. You understand? Sometimes I'll be asking my people that time, okay, you say you did not even try to travel abroad. You say you did not even attempt to even do something. What did you even do? Like, what is that time? But see, don't let your children at the end of the day be asking you those kind of questions. What do you even do to better life now? What do you do to get to a country that maybe my friends are in these countries? What effort did you take? And at the end of the day, people celebrate those with the results. They don't celebrate those that actually gave up on the process. People celebrate those that at the end of the day, they got the results, they traveled, their lives are better. They don't celebrate those that will be giving excuse, the process was not easy. Do you know how long it took me to actually get all the documents I needed for permanent residence? It took me 5 years, from 2018 to 2023. It was not easy. And that's why I dey fail exam, I dey pass I dey fail am, I dey write am again. I dey fail am, go prepare, write am again. But through that level, I knew that let's say I came that 2018, that time when I started struggling, I came as a student. I could have been more frustrated, you understand, now or that time than struggling to actually work on PR and getting PR after so long. Because PR is the one that will see you yourself, you will value your status, you will value the paper you get, you will value the like I said, I have a status that is qualified to be in this country. I have a status that at the end of the day, not only am I qualified to reside in the country, but I'm also qualified for something better, something like citizenship that will give you passports to 180 plus countries. How many countries dey this world now? Shey you passport like 190, you will now have access to about 180 plus countries. Wetin remain again? Some people no know anything. Bionic home, e say so student isn't qualified. Qualified for wetin? I get students here wey be say don spend 3 years, 4 years in Canada. They can never become citizen until what? Until they become permanent resident. If you don become permanent resident first, if you like, stay here for donkey years. It's not even about the citizenship certificate alone. There are some benefits you won't get. Like, okay, see my friend now, my spouse now. She was able to get what you know as the Ontario Student Assistance Program grant. There's a grant. All the money that's on Botti was telling me, it's not even $10,000 that they are collecting, it's $18,000 for school. You understand? See that $18,000 now. My wife collected around that amount from the government to study. You understand? For free. So some people don't know anything. The money that you are spending, the money that you are coming to Canada and you are wasting, poof, giving school. If you even have the money, no problem. But some of you don't even have the money. That is the issue. You don't have the money. Some people are loaning, going to banks, non-profit, all those ones are not even putting interest. Okay, your 18,000 is even expensive already. Your 18,000 is expensive, but you are not even collecting it from microfinance bank. They will now put 15%, 20%, 30% on the money. When will you finish paying loan? Paying loan. Okay, Bionic home is saying, is it OSAP? What is it again? It's OSAP now. The wonderful surest way. It's OSAP. OSAP, that name, when I hear that, they always happy. They always give me joy. Because apart from even the money that my spouse spent for schooling that she collected from the government, we self enjoy the money for house. We enjoy the money. So imagine you wasting away, spending tens of thousands of dollars, spending it on school that you could have come to Canada, you understand, as a permanent resident, and get that money from the government for free. You understand? So sometimes that's why I don't understand how people always, if you look, these are things you can browse yourself. Okay, someone said OSAP. I'm sure Bionic Home knows about OSAP. Just put it online. OSAP Canada, Ontario Student Assistance Program. It's an assistance program. They give you grants and loans. The grants you don't need to pay back. The loans you pay back. There are even some loans they will not give you interest in it. That's one of the things my wife always explains. You are not going to pay any interest in it. It's not like the loan that you collect in Lapo. You know this Lapo. The Kogbokoko Microfinance Bank. All this Kogbokoko Microfinance Bank, they will collect. So what am I saying in essence is, oh, okay, Elliot alone, he says, thanks for the explanation. Appreciate it. You're welcome. You're welcome. What I'm saying in essence is, it's not only about coming to Canada, it's about moving to Canada the right way. Many people are not moving abroad the right way. That's why at the end of the day, when they come to that abroad, they will start complaining, nagging, telling other people, don't come to Canada, it's scam, it's this or it's this. But if you ask them details, how will not come? That is the thing that will too ashiri. You understand? So what I'm saying is, Canada, countries like this, they value some skills over others. The skill of French right now is the hotcake skill you need to learn in Canada. And how will you learn it? Click on the link, aosglobal.org. Once you click on that link, the travel small small to Canada package. Click on it, fill the form. You understand? Fill the form, inform us how you want to come into Canada. Let us talk. You understand? Once you fill the form, once you put your name, email, and phone number there, at the end, we'll reach out to you and we'll tell you any of the ways you want to come, whether through study, work, permanent residence, asylum. You understand? Visit, we'll talk to you and know how to actually work on. You understand? Your immigration together with our partners. Okay, Bionic Home is saying, it's not everyone that can enter as PR. Some will enter through student and later transit to PR. It's true. Very true. It's not everybody that can get through to PR. But many a times, I see that people that could have gotten through PR still go and do study which they cannot afford. That is the problem. If you can afford the study, yes. You know, I always talk about like $10 son, you understand, Dangote daughter, and there's some other people that are well to do that we don't even know their name. That the money, they say how much, 50K. Collect their, they go give them cash. You understand? They go pay am in full. No be people wey be say once you don see say people don dey say can I pay $500 first? Can I pay $1,000 first? Who send you now? Who send you? Now fight? Now by force? You understand? That money that you are begging to pay, that is the idea. The money you are begging to pay to a school that have already said we collect 18,000, that you are begging with $500, you are begging 1,000. You can use that same money to acquire a skill that you will not need to pay additional money again. That one that you have paid for upfront, it have do. And that one that you pay, it will get you a skill that even someone that came through study will not have that opportunity of getting. Because if you learn French, you are someone that come to school to study in Canada, especially one that is doing work and study, going and do German. When will you have time to be learning French? You no go get time now. You understand? So what we are saying in essence is build skills, learn skills that some people are looking for cheap things, but they are requesting for things that what if go offer? You understand? What if give go offer because they can't attain it. You can't. So you know, there's one man, for instance, that came into Canada. This man spent money on, and that was when I was really pissed off. Like I was literally pissed off because I was pained. It pained me a lot. With all those money wasted, this man came into Canada. They helped him do study visa from Nigeria. You understand? A man that is a family man already, they do study visa for him. You understand? To a school. Yeah, it's even a college, or not even a university, a college. But even that college, he couldn't afford the tuition fee of that college. That was around 2023. You understand? He couldn't afford the amount of the college, the tuition fee. So he came into Canada through a particular school. When he now landed in Canada, he got another admission in another school. You understand? He now got admission in another school. He now paid part payment, not even part payment, like all this 500. Okay, let me first pay 500, 1,000. I think that was what he first paid for that school. He now paid for that one. He now started attending that. He started enrolling to that school. He has not started attending classes because even when he now finished paying money for the part payment, the money for, you understand, the first skinny, he didn't have money to start going to school. Like his case was so complicated that me was now vexed for him. Why you just can't stress yourself, this man? Family man, where he get house, he get wife, he gets, you understand, children for Nigeria. He now started stressing himself. You understand? So at the end of the day, the man, the first school, he didn't go to tell them, or he didn't go to meet IRCC, he didn't apply to IRCC to tell them that he has changed school, number one. Number two complication, he couldn't even afford the other school he got a cheaper admission in. Number three, because his visa was fast expiring without even attending school, he had to now finally leave because we were even telling him, explain to IRCC, trying to get visitor record, we were trying to give him solutions. But at the end of the day, the man, he spent money to come to Canada. He spent money to go out of Canada because it wasn't just, the man was not feeling Canada again. He was just frustrated. He now had to leave after spending money to two schools, even though it was not full payment, not full tuition fee. He just pay application fee and pay like kind of deposit. He had to forfeit those two schools. He had to go back home because he couldn't afford to even pay rent again in Canada. So I'm not saying that people like that, let's say they came as permanent residents, they calm down, got a skill, learn a skill that is in demand in Canada. Number one, when you come into Canada, you have the opportunity as a permanent resident not to come alone, you bring in all your family. And if the government sees that, okay, your family are still struggling, they may even support you because there's something we call the settlement program or settlement plan. They may support you to get your feet on the, you understand, on the floor. But when you come as a student, they say, this one now low now low. So because of low, they don't need support. But if you are a PR, you will get some advantages. You understand? You will get some advantage, some social benefits that, okay, you don't have money, the government can still support you. Okay, you can still go to some job recruiters to say, okay, yes, I'm a PR, help me look for a job. They will look for a job for you, they will help you fine-tune your CV. Okay, you don't know how to do CV, they will be the one that will be asking you questions to fine-tune your CV to Canadian standards without you paying nada. You understand? You will not pay any money. After that, they will fine-tune your CV, help you look for a job. It may be a temporary job at first, but they will help you get job. You'll be using that one to make money. He was a student, he couldn't get job because he wasn't what? He has not even started schooling. He couldn't get jobs. He hasn't even started schooling. He hasn't fully enrolled and started classes. So some people don't know all those things, but you just go and say, okay, study, lots of going, yeah, they'll go through study. At the end of the day, they'll get stuck when they come to Canada. Those are people at the end of the day, if you talk to them 1 year, I mean 2 months, 3 months after Canada, they say, Canada, you easy, Jai, scam me, Jai. Meanwhile, you are the one that scammed yourself because opportunity day where you go get skill that will help you. You will come through something that is better that will help you, your family, your generation. You understand? For me now, I didn't give birth in Nigeria, I gave birth in Canada. My daughter is a Canadian citizen. A Canadian citizen. And that citizenship, now money, now Ifọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ifọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Every month ní ìjọba ń sanwó, they pay. Pé in Canadian citizen, no be small thing. Oh yeah, they maintain the child for us. You understand? But you're a student, you can't get some of those benefits. That's what we are saying. If you don't have the money, don't stress yourself. There are some skills you can learn in Nigeria that will elevate your status to Canada and will help you get permanent residence quickly than you focusing on something that is not lost. Focusing on school that you don't have money for. That's what we are saying here. Okay, Mobolaji Abisola is Abisoye. Salam alaikum, sir. Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. Okay, I see you sent heart me, Elliot alone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. You are my number one fan in the fan club. If you want to join my fan club, you can send me heart me to send me something, some gifts. If you are enjoying my rant, because if you like I don't rant now, you can send some things. Thank you. Okay, Mobolaji Abisoye say the link in our bio, in your bio is not opening. Now double wahala be that too. That is the first one. First time I'm seeing that. If it's not working, you can type it out. AOSglobal.org. That's the reason why we shortened the link. We did not use the long link again that we were using. We shortened the link so that anybody can just go on their browser and browse it. AOSglobal.org. Once you type it on your, you understand, browser, you'll be taken to our homepage, and from our homepage you can see travel small to Canada package. It is our Black Friday deal. Click on it, apply, fill the form, and get to the level where it asks for your name, email, and phone number. With that, we'll be able to reach out to you and talk to you about your Canadian immigration goals. All right, let's move on. So Elliot says, he says, can I approach A.O.S Global for any of these options you have? Absolutely, my brother. See, you don't know what you don't know. You know, there are some things that myself I know that, like there are some things that other people are benefiting from that myself I have not been able to benefit from in Canada. Because information don't go your phone in Oyinbo. It's not shift though. It's not shift. If you do shift from now to tomorrow, you go just dey work. It's not shift. Sometimes information. If you don't have the information, you lose big time and you just waste your life. You understand? You waste your life working. At the end of the day, you don't see anything out of it. Information don't bring your phone. If you want to, yes, you can get it. You can get access to some of these things, some of these wonderful benefits we are talking about. Click on aosglobal.org, fill the form, and we'll reach out to you. It's very important too. This week, this is the week of, Abi, am I sure? I think this is the week of Black Friday now. Yes, because I think this is the time they say they may actually they may actually start. Yes, Black Friday. Black Friday is okay. It's not this week. 28th. It's next week. It's next week. Okay, it's next week. But we have started at Black Friday for those that want to benefit. We may not even wait till Black Friday day before we close this Black Friday deal. So if you want to benefit from Black Friday deal, click on aosglobal.org and click on that travel small to Canada package to actually fill out your information and get the assistance you require. So, what am I saying? Yeah, thank you. AI has told us the great thing here. AI said skills over money. Learn free job skills. Comment your thoughts. That is basic thing I'm telling you on this live session. This live session, what we are saying is there are some skills that will set you up in Canada, not only in Nigeria. It will set you up in Canada above someone that come through study. Some people will be looking at why am I talking like this? I try to beef study. I know they beef them. You understand? I know they beef them. In fact, if you tell me you are a student, I'm always happy because I see you like Olu, especially when you have the money. Fine. But if you don't have the money, if you don't have the money to afford for school, there are some better ways. The skill we are talking about today is French skill. I was talking about the benefit of learning French. I talked about the job. You that you know French, you are not like other people that know English alone in a job. You understand? You are not in their level. People like you, they quickly go get to supervisor level, get to manager level because you already have something that other average people don't have, which is that language. At least in Canada, I know about in Canada. I don't know in other places, but in Canada, I know about that one. They will respect you more. You will get added advantage. That is the unfair advantage that you will get that other people will not get. So today, Caroline Minks is writing on the live session. This was an article published today, November 16, 2025. And she said, reaching a niveau de compétence linguistique canadien NCLC level 7 in French will greatly increase your chances of getting Canadian permanent residency PR through the express entry system. Now, some people are always telling me, my friend told me that I'm only 40 plus, I cannot come to Canada. My friend told me that through express entry is not possible because I don't have a master's. The agent tell me that it's not possible for me to come to Canada as a permanent resident. I have to do study first. He say it is visit visa that is raining now. People cannot come to you shall know the story. I mean, they don't tell you to. You don't tell you all the story. They don't tell you since. Well, this one is not paid. They say. This one is paid. Now waiting me I do. Now waiting me I do. Now waiting work for me. You understand? And it is something that can work for other people. If your age is above 40, or you are still below 40, because some people may be thinking, okay, so it's Arugbo they are talking about. No, anybody. Whether you are Arugbo, you are Omode, you are Ojogbon, anybody you can benefit from this because it relates to you and your family. This is something that one person can learn French, one person can do French, and it's going to benefit you and your family members. And even though your generation, yes, you may be one child come. Let me give you an instance. Now, I like to give example. See me, I speak French. I know French. I'm teaching French. Some people think maybe because I'm promoting my thing. See, French is just number one business that I own in Canada, training people for French. I still have other business. If business does not come for French, it will come from another place. But what I'm saying is what we are seeing right now in Canada. What Canada are currently needing, like the first hot cake to Canada now is someone that can speak French. That is just it. If you cannot speak French, You have to be struggling with the healthcare. You have to be struggling with other one that is much more competitive. Do you know that with French, you can use a lower CRS score to come into Canada? You don't need a higher CRS score like healthcare CRS score. You don't need a higher CRS score like CEC JAWS. You don't need a higher CRS score like PMPs. Okay, we dey talk am o, make people hear. If you want to learn French, if you want us to train you for French, click on that link, apply at aosglobal.org and click on travel small small to Canada package. Fill the form, put it there that you want to learn French. When we ask you why do you want, what's the reason, what's the burning desire that you want to use to come to immigrate to Canada, put it there. But you want to learn French o, you want to prepare for exam, TEF Canada or TCF Canada or DEF for like Quebec immigration. See, many people right now, I see people that are coming into the country when other people are complaining but they no dey pick them. Some people get masters, PhD. Some people dey young, they are not picking them because they don't have something that they will leverage on. You understand? They don't have something that they will leverage on. Okay. Now, what are they saying in this article? Let's read this article. Let's understand what this article is. They said obtaining an NCLC level 7 in your secondary official language increases your chances of receiving an invitation to apply by gaining an ITA, by gaining you up to 62 points towards your comprehensive ranking system score and qualifying you for French language proficiency draws. Full stop. They have talked it. This it's not only me that I'm talking. You understand? They are also talking it on the cicnews.com website. This is one of the websites that anything about immigration, anything about something moving to Canada, anything about excelling, succeeding in Canada, they are talking it. So if you do not hear it from my mouth, or if you do not believe it from my mouth, believe it from their own writing. You want to come to Canada, and you feel that okay, you don't have millions of naira. See, you don't have millions of naira. You don't have tens of millions of naira. Okay. You are looking for sponsorship, abi? Okay. You are looking for scholarship, abi? Okay. Which one again? You want to come to Canada and you want to come lọ́nà àpọ́nlé, abi? Learn French. That guarantee you are looking for, you will see it in French. French can give you more than what you go and study masters, PhD will give you. It will give you that unfair advantage that other people don't have, but they are looking for unknowingly elsewhere. That unfair advantage, you will get it, and Canada will be thanking you for it. They'll be paying you for it. Some people don't know. See, you cannot understand until you come and you see that they are paying you every month. They pay you. Say, okay, thank God you are PR. You know that. You know, see, there's some work that sometimes some PR, some citizens, they work because okay, yes, they just want to, they want better things out of life. So the basic amenities, you will get it. The basic amenities of life to enjoy yourself, you have that. It's not a matter of where you are struggling to come and pay tuition fee, you will not have that worry. Okay. The beginning of what they call it, the planning of your documentation, your legal status in Canada is the beginning of wisdom abroad. You will not understand it until you come. So this article will cover how French language skills can contribute to obtaining Canadian permanent residency. It will talk about the tips and tricks for reaching adequate intermediate. Now look at this. We're talking about intermediate. We're not saying you should have a job one level in French. We're not saying you should speak like Emmanuel Macron or you speak like, you understand? You should speak like Wale Soyinka second of French. Speak just as much as you need for the exam. Pass the exam and use your intermediate French proficiency to get your PR. When you now land, if you now decide, I will continue using French, or if you decide, say, okay, I don't disturb myself with French, but enter first. That's the thing. And the thing that will make you enter first is the skill we're talking about now. the capabilities of a French learner at the NCLC level 7 and what they can expect on a French language test. We'll talk about it in this live session. Now, what is the benefit? We were talking about some things similar to it. What is the benefit of French for Canadian immigration? Getting to an NCLC level 7 in all four language abilities can significantly boost your CRS score, helping you become a more competitive express entry candidate. You want them to pick you up. You want to have that unfair advantage that other people go dey complain say okay my age no reach. They go complain I no max after year things. They go complain say okay I no get masters. They go you will not complain because you have something that other people don't have. By getting to an NCLC level 7, you qualify for category-based selection, which increases your likelihood of getting an invitation to apply ITA for permanent residency. Up to date, this year, Canada has held 7 French language proficiency draws with much lower cutoff scores other than what? Other than the other draws. What are they saying in essence? What they are telling us is they will pick people with lower CRS scores for French. But for other ones, healthcare, if you no have like 470 points, they no fit pick you. But for Canada, for people that are having the French skill, if you have 100 points less than that 470, if you have 379 points, 481, up to the range of the points they have been selected is from 379 to 481. And trust me, many of you that are 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, many of you will fall into that range of that French. Yes, we have done a lot of pre-evaluation. Many people fall into that range. And that is why people like you, if you learn French, they will quickly pick you for immigration than someone that is ojogbon that is wasting money for masters. You know understand what I'm saying until you do it and it work for you. Lamosh, thank you for like your live session. Until you do it and it work for you before you understand it. French is the number one draw that is less competitive because a lot of people too can't learn French. So many people are not going to that level. They are not going through that category. But that is the category Canada now say they are picking more. So you now remain, fight it. Go fight go fight Canada. Say they're not serious. They are telling you what they need. But you are doing stronger that I cannot learn. No problem. That same time that you need to learn French, we go. You will still not get immigration. But people that say, okay, we shall akpala, shall they do am, shall they struggle, they finish. Within 6 months, they don't learn French, they don't get their results. They will get their results, they will move to Canada, you will still be there complaining. Do you know that there are some of my friends that are French speakers, even from Benin Republic? There's one of my friends, French speaker from Benin Republic. We tell him, go and write English. Just the way you are scared of writing IELTS. French people too are scared of writing DEF, double wala. They are also scared. So you that you are now trying to learn, especially in countries like Nigeria, they will support you. They will help you. Many times I see when people want to learn French, people support them. Okay, what can they do to help you to learn French? What can they do? When you even have initiative. That's why it's easier for people to pass. It's because it's the exam, it's easier for people to pass. That does not mean you will not work. You will work, but the truth is, people are getting it now. It is not something that is impossible. Do you understand? It's not something that is impossible. You now say, okay, you want to come to Canada, you do not have any skill. You go Metu. Okay. They say under the additional factors section of the CRS, you can claim up to 50 additional points if you meet an NCLC level 7 for French, which is the average level, the intermediate level that I mentioned. Provided you have reached a Canadian language benchmark of level 5 across all 4 English language abilities. You can also gain up to 12 points at the NCLC level 7 under core human capital for second language proficiency without a spouse. If you have a spouse, it will reduce more. An NCLC level also further increases your chances of immigrating to Canada through certain provincial nominee program streams which prioritize francophone applicants. Now look at this is where they are not talking to people like me. I remember when I was working on my immigration, Express Entry did not pick me even though I was young. Express Entry did not pick me. I mean, I did not bother. But you see that provincial nominee program, PNP, they pick me. four. They pick. I mean, I applied to four. You understand? I applied to Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. I applied to Prince Edward Island Immigrant Nominee Program. I applied to Quebec Immigration. I applied to Ontario. Out of the four that I applied for, two pick me. Two pick me. Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program and Quebec Immigration. You understand? Why? Because of the French. When I get the result like this, now fast, they pick me. Now me now they do Oga Boss. As I do Oga Boss, that is when I decide, okay, since two have picked me, I can decide out of the two which one to follow. And I decided to come to the better by far. No be long. I come to the best province that me I know, which is Ontario. Nobody can tell me anything. Ontario is the best province because the capital city is where everything is working. It's where everything is happening. You understand? I come to Ontario. I chose to come to Ontario when I saw that okay, two provinces pick me, Quebec and Ontario. I just chose Ontario. Okay, Elliot alone said, I already completed the contact form on the website. Great. Thank you very much for that. And of course, we are going to reach out to you. It may be me that will reach out, maybe another person that will reach out. So it may not be, it may be Oyinbo self that you are going to see. So just note that someone is going to reach out to you and just expect them. So what I'm saying is PNPs, provincial nominee programs. Just last week, they said that they have also increased the amount of slots they gave PNPs. That's one of the reasons why our immigration consultant said he wants to help more people. He wants to give people more of the Black Friday deal. Because PNPs now, before it was hard for people to get PNP nominations. Now people are getting it because they have increased the quota. So if you are part of those that make AY the sunshine, you can benefit from the PNPs. Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. I was speaking to someone was saying, they say Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program is easy. It's easy if you do the right thing. It's easy if you have the skills that they require. It's easy if you are not just saying it's impossible. You work towards it. If you don't work towards it, it will not be easy. It's as simple as that. Everyone help those who help themselves. If you help yourself, it will be easy for you. Okay, Elliot alone is saying, but if I need any clarification, I will still message you here, abeg. Of course, no problem. If you can message us, what are we here for? We are here to answer questions. We are here to help as much people. You see, we need to help ourselves so that we better our lives. You understand? We need to help ourselves. That's why we are here. So what am I saying? What we are saying is opportunities for French proficient foreign nationals seeking Canadian permanent residence are expected to grow as the federal government of Canada aims to increase French-speaking permanent resident admissions outside Quebec from 8.5% in 2025 to what? To 9% in 2026, to 9.5% in 2027, and to 10.5% in 2028. Oh, I must use this thing for advert. I must use it for advert so that Kesu Immigration and Settlement Services will be happy with me. If you want to learn French, A.O.S Global can help you learn French. We will not just help you like that too. We will also help you prepare for examinations, TEF Canada and TCF Canada. We will not just stop there. Our immigration consultants, Kesu Immigration and Settlement Services, they will also help you apply to some of these PNPs we are talking about. Hey, oh boy. PNP that will select you, that will be begging you, go, you have to quickly come to Canada. So we will not know anything. So what they are saying is the plans of Canada is that they want to bring people, more people that can speak French in 2026, more people that can speak French in 2027, more people that can speak French in 2028. So 3 years subsequently, they have been saying that they want more French people. And you are delaying. Oh God. You are the see. Well, let's leave it like that. Don't let us talk too much. Because I've been talking too much. I don't want to talk too much again. If you want to benefit, this is the time to, don't say that you were not told. Don't say they did not tell you. Your agent did not tell you. We are here now live. We are giving you free gist, but the gist is giving you the exact thing you are meant to be focusing on. They say that you not spend up to 1 million for, and you will become a permanent resident. More than the nonsense study permit some people are getting in Canada, and they are wasting their life, wasting their money, wasting their okay. Don't gawk it, oh, don't gawk it. You know what I'm saying? It. I see some people like what they call it, filling our form. Thank you so much. We are going to reach out to you for those who are filling. If you have not yet filled, you can click on the website link aosglobal.org. Go on the travel small to Canada package. Fill the form. Check your eligibility. If you are eligible, we'll reach out to you and we'll be able to know how to get started with you on your immigration. People are coming, oh. People are coming, oh, permanent residents. People that want to become permanent residents are getting permanent residents. So some people are telling me, they say Canada is no more giving visa. Yes, if you are not doing the thing that is right, if you are not acquiring the skill that they need, they will not give you. But for those that are acquiring the necessary skills, you will get it. Oh, you will get it not only for yourself, you will get it for your family. You and your family will come. Do you know that it's permanent residents that can allow all of you to come into Canada and become full residents, permanent residents? You can work your my uncle is working, his wife is working and studying for free through OSAP. Those people are sharp. There are 3 children. Sharp people, because they are in the university level. All of them collect OSAP. Oh boy, those people, they are sharp. they are enjoying themselves. You understand? Collecting money and having nice time. The time I went to go and visit them one day, that they were saying, my OSAP money just entered. I said, oh boy, this one is not a lot. It's not a lot that is giving confidence. They were happy. Because why? They were doing what they are meant to do, when they are meant to do it, how they are meant to do it, with who they are meant to do it with. You don't understand this until it comes. See, if you want it for Kombale, get a skill that will help you. That's what I'm trying to say. Get a skill that will help you. A skill that is going to be to your advantage, not a skill that would be an opposite to what. Okay, let me just leave that. Let's continue reading the article. The article states tips. What are the tips and tricks for you to improve in your French? What are the tips and tricks for you to get from NCLC 5 to NCLC 7? Number 1, engage in rigorous daily study. He said advancement in French proficiency depends heavily on consistent and deliberate practice. Yes, you have to practice, no doubt. In order to be better in something, you have to keep on practicing. It's just the simple truth of life. It's not only in language. You have to practice. Practice, as they say, makes perfect. Okay, today you are starting to learn French. You do not know French, but you know bonjour. Be saying bonjour. You know, sometimes confidence has a way of making you look attractive. They will think maybe you know too much French, but the confidence you use to talk, it will help you. Many people that we see that learn French, that they pass the exam, it's not that they know fluent French. It's not that they are fluent in French. They are not fluent in French, but deliberate practice and confidence practice make them look as if they know everything. Even me, I always tell people, yes, I tell my students, I'm not fluent in French. I'm not fluent, and I don't need to be fluent in French. I don't need it. I just need to know the basics and the intermediate level. That's what we're telling people, not up to the intermediate level. Once you know the intermediate level, you are fine. You are what? You are fine. With that, you ball. With that, you get your PR easily. So you have to set aside a fixed period each day to focus on learning. If you want to learn French, ideally within 1 to 2 hours. That is what you need. And trust me, see this live session now. Look at this live session. We have been having this live session for 2 hours, 25 minutes. So can't you block, especially if you have been joining us, let us know. If you have joined us from the very beginning till now, let us know. If you have been hearing me, or at least you have been hearing me for 1 hour, let me know. Do you know that some people will come on TikTok, they will go on YouTube, they will go on Kini, on Facebook, and at least in a day they will spend 1 hour. At least in a day they will spend 1 hour on social media. So can you just reinvent, re-strategize, reanalyze, reallocate? You reallocate. Can you reallocate that same 1 hour or 2 hours to learn French every day? And trust me, don't think of it as a job. Don't think of it as if you are in school, or as if you are. Don't think of it like. Just think of it that as if it is like food. You just have to do it. It's just like necessity. Just start doing it from your subconscious. From your subconscious mindset, you will be learning French consciously without much effort. You will be learning it much. This is, I'm reading, if it is me that is talking now, they'll say it's me that is talking. Now I'm reading an article on cicnews.com website about French. So it's not only me that is saying it. Even though I'm the French teacher, I don't think the person that wrote the article is French teacher, but we are the French teacher. I know from what they are saying that it is true. You just need 1 to 2 hours consistently per day. It will help you advance. If you now want to kill it finish, do 3 hours. See, you'll be people that are learning French. Okay, see this girl that I'm teaching French, Nelly, because she's one of the people that are in one-on-one coaching with me. So I remember those that are in group coaching. I don't remember their name very well. Because she paid for one-on-one coaching, I remember her name very well because she's very diligent, very upright in class. She's learning. This girl, 3 days is when we always meet. We meet 3 days: Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The last time we met was yesterday, Saturday. And the funny thing is, as I teach her, she practices, and as she practices, we have just 1 hour class per day. 1 hour class per day. But after the classes, she also goes back, do her assignments, do her exercises, and now that we are speaking in the class, the way she's speaking, me say I'm glad as a tutor. Me say I'm teaching someone. Me say I'm glad. No, this one is making good use of her money. She paid for it now. It's not cheap now. So she has to learn. And she has been learning for like 3-4 months. And she has drastically improved. People cannot understand this thing. The girl is in Kenya. She has drastically improved right now. Even the ones I have in Nigeria that I'm teaching, some of them, they will say traffic, Lagos traffic. I have to go to work. I have to do this. They don't have traffic in Kenya. Okay, be whining yourself. If you are listening, if you are part of those watching my webinar, be whining yourself. I have some Nigerian notorious students. Now, we give me an excuse as a Koti Jai Jenny. You understand? Your immigration is still like option. When it is like do or die, when you know that almost the work self where you dey go, you no get peace of mind there. When you know say it is not paying your bills again, your head go correct. You go know say this one is your life that we are it's your life that we are trying to build with the French. You go know, because that is what it is. Some people, the French is your last option. Especially someone that is 45 years of age, 50 years of age, that they are already told that express entry, you lose points for age, you cannot come to Canada again. And you now see last option, you see last choice, you see last option that will help you. You are now using it to tafala. Apologies to non-Yoruba speakers. You are using it to sheregele. You go know. So a balanced approach to learning French has to include reading of French text, listening to French. You have to listen to French. Est-ce que vous m'écoutez? Est-ce que vous m'écoutez très bien? Vous devez entendre en langue française. Do you hear me? You have to listen to French. C'est très important à lire la langue française, à écouter la langue française et aussi à quoi? À écrire et à parler la langue française. It is important for you to be able to read the language, listen to the language, write the language, and speak the language. Some people are always focusing on reading and writing. No, At A.O.S Global, we focus on the 4 skills. You have to speak, you have to listen, you have to write, you have to read. If you want to be part of our classes, click on the link aosglobal.org. You'll see travel small to Canada package. Fill the form. If you fill the form, we're going to reach out to you. We'll be able to get started with your French learning. Because the practiced approach to you using these 4 skills, listening, reading, speaking, writing, it ensures that you develop all the 4 abilities at once. So if, however, you struggle with a particular language ability, you have to dedicate additional time to mastering it. If you know that, okay, speaking there is a problem, you dedicate more time to that one. You have to strive to divide your study sessions between formal instruction and practical use. Some people will just be coming to class and just be learning French in class. No, you have to learn it in class and outside of class. The same social media you're using, do you know that some of my students, I do tell them, how many groups have you joined? How many French groups have you joined and you are chatting in French in those groups? How many Facebook groups have you joined? How many LinkedIn pages? How many platforms have you joined that you now even have French friends that you are doing voice call with, video calls? Some people say, I'm not living in a French country. Be whining yourself. Be whining yourself. When your friends, your mates are speaking French with French people through social media, they are using Facebook to interact with French people. There's no excuse for you. You can meet people from France, from Belgium, from even Canada. Okay, look at now. See the live session we're having. You know that this live session, there are a lot of people from different countries that always join. So it's not compulsory. C'est pas très important à voyager au Canada, en France ou bien en Belgique pour parler la langue française. Vous devez parler la langue française chez vous. You can speak French. You can use French. You can speak French in your house. Parlez la langue française avec vos camarades, avec vos amis en français. Listen, you can speak French with your students, with your friends, with your colleagues in class whilst you are still at home. You don't need to go anywhere. Don't say because you did not go to one school, you say you cannot learn French. Be whining yourself. For example, you have to review language exercises followed by short conversations or written tasks. Attend an immersion retreat or program. There are some immersion retreat they are doing online now. Attend it. For many learners progressing from an NCLC level 5 to level 7, it means that you have to overcome the intermediate plateau where communication is possible but lacks ease and precision. So immersion retreats or programs directly targeted to this gap helps you to provide sustained prolonged weeks or months and real-time interaction in French, which develops automaticity and responsiveness. So what they are saying is you have to immerse yourself in French. There's one thing we always help people to do as well online, to immerse themselves in French. If they want to learn French and they are serious, if you want to learn about what we do, how we also immerse our own students, click on the link aosglobal.org and visit Travel Small to Canada package. The Black Friday deal is still available for those that will benefit. It's available if you want to benefit from it. Click on that link right now. Go and apply for the package. One of the ways you can come easily to Canada is through French. I'm saying it now. Another thing is work or volunteer in a French environment. Just this week, there's one person we just employed. Just this week. From Vancouver. You understand? From Vancouver. Okay. This phone is awful. And he's learning French. Using French in class. In office. You understand? You can learn French and make use of French on a daily basis. You can learn French and learn French. Don't just use French anyhow. Like French can be I don't know how to say this thing again. You can basically not just give excuse that okay, you don't know how to speak French. Use the language in your day-to-day activities. Let the language be a part of you. Do you understand? Okay. If you have any questions right now, let's ask. Let's try to ask questions. If you have any questions, I can respond to questions right now. Again, in as much as you want to work or volunteer in a French environment, professionals, volunteer settings, are you have you signed up to volunteerisms? Have you signed up to organizations that speak French to be able to meet learners in those kind of organizations and get to kind of be challenged to speak French? You understand? You need it so that you use French in the situations where you need it for real life problems. Real life problem, attending meetings, participating, talking with people in French language. It will help promote your vocabulary and your grammar. Do you understand? Now, another thing is work with a certified French coach, a language coach. I am certified as a French coach. You understand? I myself have taken exams, TEF Canada, DEF. I've taken some of those exams, gotten certified in them. I myself, I have my own diploma. My diploma from French, from Paris, France. So I'm certified to teach French. Do you have a coach that is teaching you? Are you studying with French immigration test in mind? That's another thing. Have the test in mind that, okay, yes, you want to write TEF Canada or TCF Canada. Do you have it in mind? You understand? Have you engaged with francophone media? For instance, I always tell my students, RFI, Radio France Internationale, Radio Canada, ICA Première. You understand? Do you actually listen to some of those radio stations, television stations in French? Do you practice reverse translation, translating a short French text into English and from also English back into French? Have you been using that? Those are the things that can help you. Have you find au pair programs that you'll be paired with other people or other families and you live with them to speak French with them? So basically, level 7 is the intermediate level, and the more you can actually show, the better that you can actually quickly pass the French exam through that. Um, French, I'm tired already. I've spoken a lot. It's more than 2 hours already, so I'm getting tired talking too much. So if you want to ask any questions, let's make this interactive. You can drop your questions now. At the end of the day, what we are saying is those who would come to Canada, especially as permanent residents, are those who have skills that are in demand in Canada. And one of the major skills that are in demand in Canada right now is what is French language proficiency. So, do you have that French language? If you don't, click on the link in our bio, aosglobal.org. Once you click on that link, fill the form, the travel sponsor to Canada package. It's a Black Friday deal, and you are going to be contacted if you are eligible for that package, and would work with you to actually overcome any issue obstructing your residency or your visa in Canada, just like that of the French we mentioned or we discussed today. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Really appreciate it. I'm so tired right now. I'm weak. I've talked. I'm tired. So thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate all those that joined, all those that participated. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments before we go. Trying to see something. If you have anything you'd like to ask me, drop it on the comments. If not, we are going to call it a day. Thank you so much for being a part of this live session, and I do hope to see you in our next live sessions. And do have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now. So don't forget to go on our link, click on the link, aosglobal.org, to actually fill our form, and we hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.